feel like shit.
Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days.
It's just one of those
happy days. The weekend comes, let's not go home.
It's just one of those days where you don't wanna wake up. Everything is everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you wanna justify ripping someone's head off. No human contact, and if you interact, your life is on contract. Your best bet,
Just knock it off, you scum bucket.
it's just one of those days. It's just one of those.
Happy days.
It's just one of those.
Happy days.
It's just one of those days.
The weekend comes, let's not go home. Ready to extend.
It's just one of those days, feeling like a freight train. First one to complain, please with the bloodstain. Damn right, I'm a maniac. You better shoot to the fucking up your program. And if you're stuck up, you just locked up. Next in line to get fucked up. Your best bet is to stay away, motherfucker. It's just,
I'm losing my cool.
it's all about it.
Happy days.
It's just one of those,
Happy days.
it's just one of those days.
The weekend comes, let's not go home. Ready to extend.
Feel like shit. My suggestion is to keep your distance. 'Cause right now I'm dangerous. Right now I'm dangerous.
Something's happening to the bonds.
My day keeps going this way at this rate. I'm gonna pop you one so you'll stop playing games. Give me something great. Give me something great. I hope you know I'm like a chainsaw. A chainsaw. A motherfucking chainsaw.
What?
So come and get it.
What we got here is a case of mistaken identity, you know? See, now this here is
Not Robert.
They say they're sleeping like a soldier trapped inside of an iron lung. The machines can keep you breathing, but what happens when you found a new war's begun? Flip a switch and turn it off, you won't be able to breathe. So either way, you're a casualty. I've got this burning like my veins are filled with nothing but gasoline. And with the spark, it's gonna be the biggest fire they've ever seen. Coming down or let me run, well either way it's all gonna burn. The only way that they'll ever learn, we gotta turn it on, flip the switch, and light up the night. There is a city that this darkness can't hide. There are the embers of a fight that's gone out, but I can still feel the heat on my skin. And this mess we're in, where you and I, maybe you and I, well, we could still make it right. And maybe we could bring back the light. At the heart of the city,
at the heart of the city, there is a building that looks down over all there is.
And the man in the tower
and
controls
the man
it all.
in the tower controls it all without raising a single fist.
It's like they gathered up the city,
it's like
and
they
now
gathered up the city, sold it to the devil, and now it's gone to hell and they don't know how. Whoa, whoa. Well, a friend once told me men that would follow any man who would turn the wheels.
Now the wheels are spinning out
Now
of
the
control.
wheels are spinning out of control. What would they do if we held them
If you
still?
destroy the working
If you
parts,
destroy the working parts, what you get is a broken machine, a beacon of light from a burning screen.
whoa, light it up, light up the night. There is a city that this darkness can't hide. There are the embers of a fire that's gone out, but I can still feel the heat on my skin. And this mess we're in, well, you and I, maybe you and I, we can light up the night. Light up the night. Oh, there is a city that the darkness can't hide. There is a fire that will burn through the streets of the city, and we will stand in the light. We will stand in the light, you and I. Maybe you and I, we can bring back the light.
There is a city that the darkness can't hide.
There is a fire that will burn through the streets of the city, and we will stand in the light. We will stand in the light, you and I. Maybe you and I will bring back the light.
And I'm getting stuff done today. Welcome to Comicsgate Kings. I am Ethan Van Sciver on the Comic Artist Pro Secrets channel. This is our Monday show. Yeah, I was about to come down here. I had like 30 minutes to sort of prepare the show, and then Andrea texted me and said, can you come back up here? Ava says I'm not a very good reader, so I had to go read her Paw Patrol book, because I'm really, like, I get into it. I can act out the voices and everything, and Ava really likes it. So I had to get up there and read a whole Paw Patrol, like one of those little short books with a lot of text. And still make it down here, still get showered, put the show together, and be ready to go. Amazing how I got that done. Yeah, it's nice to be with you guys. Like I said, I'm Ethan Van Sciver, 30-year veteran of the comic book industry, and happy to be so. Really enjoy making comic books a lot, especially when I can just make comics for like 8 or 9 hours uninterrupted and just let the boys do fulfillment. Boy, I like that. So nice to actually get to draw things and get them out. Wonderful. And just having like a fantastic couple of weeks doing that. I got some friends in the back room here. Now, this is going to be probably a little bit of a smaller show. We got like 3 Kings calling out because of Thanksgiving week. They said, I won't be able to make it this week. And then one of them got dental surgery and doesn't feel like he can talk right now. I mean, listen, how bad could it be? But we still got some great guys in the back room. Here we go. Welcome, sir.
Hello.
What a beautiful week. This is the week of Thanksgiving. This is the week where we want to focus on the things that we're thankful for. And I'm going to ask you, Eric, is there anything that you're particularly grateful for this week that maybe you wouldn't be grateful for another week? Is there something you'd like to thank God for?
Most certainly my health, because last week I was absolutely sick.
Wow. What did you have, the flu?
I had some respiratory something, a nasty sore throat, nasty cough. I'm still dealing with it, a lot of that leftover stuff. But my energy's back in the gym, back at work, making things happen.
Thank the Lord. All right, so let's go. Let's do a
friend
show.
to everyone here, Mike Barron. Hello. I thought it was really, really, really good. Mike Barron, who just vanished out of here. Why did I say something to offend Mike Barron?
Don't you make a move, Sonny. It'd snap your neck in a heartbeat.
Hey, Kings.
Hello, how are you?
Doing good.
Mike Barron, I'm just going to ask the same question. This is the week of Thanksgiving. What are you thanking the Lord for this year, this week?
The list is long. One thing is I'm grateful that we were able to grow up in an America that was relatively prosperous and free. Like Eric, I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for the love of a good woman. And I'm grateful that I'm still working and that my work is getting better.
Heck yeah, it is, brother. Happy Thanksgiving to you. And boy, we couldn't do it without you. I love that you're here. All right, here's another a good friend of ours who has a lot to be thankful for.
It's time again for Cloud Excitement with your hip-hop. Let us leave the confusion and all disillusion behind. Just like birds of a feather, a rainbow together we'll fly.
Hello, Billy. How are you?
Billy?
I'm great, Kings. And
when you're cool, the sun shines on you 24
I'm
hours.
wondering why I'm wearing these hunting sunglasses today. So
Billy, you'd be grateful if you'd be thankful to come over to my house right now because there are 3 big bucks that are roaming around in my backyard. I mean, these guys are huge.
Oh, I'm a good time. I'm a good time, bro. I'll get my Jersey license and I'll come down there. I got to kill a doe first before I can shoot a buck, though.
What?
In New Jersey hunting, you have to you kill a doe first, and then you can shoot a buck.
I thought they were off limits.
No, there's a lot of does. That's the last I heard. One of my buddy who lives there, you got to take a doe first, and then you get your buck tag. But I take
control.
One of my hunting spots, I hunt off a beach and in a woods and next to a golf course. So I'm talking to the manager of the golf course, and it's closed now. He's like, man, these freaking deer are eating everything, And he's like, I'll tell you what. He goes, I'll lend you the golf cart if you want, and if you can, because we drive up next to them and we're working, and they don't even move. So
wow.
I'm up in my tree. So he's like, yeah, I'll leave it right over here in the maintenance area. So I'm hunting, and all of a sudden I see about 500 yards away, I see this nice big buck. Big 6. And I'm like, and I told my son Matthew about this earlier. Like, Matthew, you come with me, you could drive the golf cart. So he's like, oh no, he had his weigh in today. You saw in the green room or in the Kings room that for New York State wrestling, high school wrestling, he's got his hydration and his weight testing today. So he's miserable. He hasn't eaten since Thursday, this poor kid, or drank much. So I'm like, well, shit, let me go after that buck. So I get down my stand, and I fire up the golf cart, and I got my bow in my hand, and I go after that buck. And he's looking at me, and I'm just driving across across the rough and everything. And I get about 30 yards from him, get to about 25 yards. He's just standing looking at me because he's like, all right, I see these golf carts all the time. And he's a nice buck, nice big 6-pointer. So I get out, Ethan, but I got my bow in my hand. So I got to take my arrow out, put it on, clip it. As soon as I did that, he's like, and then he ran off. So I chased him. I went chasing him all over the place, and he'd run about 50 yards, and he'd stop. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with it? And I'm like, I can't get my bow messed up because I don't want to knock my bow out of it.
That is
Finally,
beautiful.
I get real close, so I get about 40 yards, and finally he's like, "What the hell? This is the craziest thing ever." It was fun chasing a deer in a golf cart, and there was one guy was walking, and he sees me. You can just see me like, and I'm bouncing because I'm over the rough. Because you're not really supposed to drive. There's little cart paths, but you can't drive over the over the greens or the fairways or anything like that. So I'm in the rough. And I'm like, what was that in Ace Ventura? Remember the second one when he's in the truck? He's like, "Good song, I'm telling you." I didn't see they're on a road. That's all. I'm like, Matthew, if you just came with me, I could have smoked that buck.
You could have been leaning out the side of that thing with your bow and been on the chase with it.
Yeah, you could do that, but I can't have my arrow. Maybe I could have had my arrow, but I'm holding it up, so I'm trying to keep it straight because you knock it out of tune or whatever, you screw.
What would you have done? Like flung the buck over the front of your golf cart to take it out of there?
Well, there's a hitch on the back, and then I've got like a big black boat, it's a boat. It's like a big sled boat. So I would have just went back and I would have tied my little boat to the back of it and threw him in there and dragged him out. Across the golf course. One time I did shoot a buck off, and he ran onto the golf course, and this lady and the golf pro are driving. All of a sudden, they just see this big buck. It's this guy right here. This one in the one in the back, not him, but the skull.
The skull, yeah.
He runs, and dude, they're like 100 yards away from it. All of a sudden, he just turns like this, and he just and dies. And I'm like, yes. So I go to drag. He died. Yeah, I shot him with an arrow, and he runs, and they die. They bleed out and die. So I'm in the woods, though. They can't see me. So I'm like, oh, my God, I better go get it. And, of course, I go walking out to go drag this buck before I had my boat sled. And all of a sudden, the guy comes driving up. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm hunting here. You guys hired me. You got a tick pop, outbreak of Lyme disease, and I'm the bow hunter. I'm like, the court's supposed to be closed. He's like, yeah, well, she's a member. And he's like, she's all fucked up right now. So then she goes walking because she wanted to know what happened to the deer. I guess the golf pro didn't tell her. And I'm by the beach now, and I'm dressing it. And all of a sudden, the lady comes walking by, and she's like 25 yards away from me. Some old lady, some old waspy lady out in the Hamptons where I hunt. And I look at it, I just wave at her, my hands are all bloody. And I'm like, hey, hold my knife. What's up? And she's like, because she knows it.
Beautiful. Yeah, I mean, I wish you would come here. Drive your golf cart over here because, to be honest with you, I like the doe. We see these little baby deer, and I always leave fruit, like expired fruit out for them. They like to eat the apples and the peaches and the stuff. It's really nice.
Yeah, you got to be careful with feeding them though too. But no, yeah, I don't hunt. I don't take does or anything like that. You want a big buck. These people think that it's like Bambi. When you see a deer now running a big buck, you've seen them. They're
big.
Yeah, they're big, and their necks are swollen. They're drooling, and they'll F you up.
Can you eat them if they're suffering from Lyme disease?
Well, they don't get Lyme disease. The ticks that they carry have Lyme disease.
Oh.
They pass it on to you. They pass it on to this guy. What do you think?
To be honest, I had no idea either one were actually archers.
That's Green Arrow and Hawkeye.
Oh, Clint Barton.
Jimmy, thanks for coming today. I'll see you.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving week.
Jimmy.
Happy Thanksgiving. Jimmy, what are you thankful for, Jimmy, this week?
Oh man, I'm thankful I'm still alive, and
yeah, you had a rough year, right?
Yeah, rough, but the heart's doing good enough. I'm still able to climb on top of and violate the misses.
Yes, sir.
I'm very grateful.
These four people. Look at these four people.
So sexy, it hurts.
To the depths of space. And now,
object to the test.
Happy Thanksgiving week, everybody.
We got two for the price of one. Look at this.
Yeah. I don't have an intro for Rob yet. If anybody wants to make a good Rob Hunter intro, that would be great.
I need a hat.
People responding to Jimmy like, that's the spirit, Jimmy. Kick Jimmy.
I need a hat. What did I have a hat on? Hang on, I'm gonna find a hat.
Everybody's wearing hats. We're a hat group, obviously. Hey, great to be with you guys today. We got a lot of news to cover, a lot of Comicsgate, actually comic book news, not really, some Comicsgate news. to go over. We got some mummy news later in the show, important and interesting mummy news. We want to get into that, and a lot of just weird stuff. But to start with, I just want to tell people that nice and tight. This is the first thing that we're going to talk about tonight. I'm echoing. Is that me? I'm echoing. Nice and tight. Andy Smith pencils. A nice sketchbook here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice and tight. The comic book pencil art of Andy Smith. That's me. That's me. There's 52
Whoa, I know what I'm
pages
echoing.
of some of my favorite full pencils that I did for other companies over the past 2 decades. The raw pencils as they were seen by the inker, and you can see them for the first time. This book also comes in a digital format so you can practice your inking in your favorite program. Back it today.
Back nice and tight. The new sketchbook from Andy Smith on Indiegogo. Back it today. It's beautiful. Look at that. It's a nice
You look
thing. That
great,
you're making.
Andy. Really looks great.
Really great work.
Thank you.
Bunch of stuff that you can practice your inks on, as well as just marvel at the incredibleness of Andy Smith and his awesome pencil work.
Thank you.
So nice and tight. All right, so a bunch of things. First of all, I don't know if you guys know this, but like the MCU, which is not something that we're really looking at too closely over here. I've kind of given up Disney for dead. Is anybody watching like these Marvel movies? Did anybody go see Marvels?
No.
Yes.
Oh, Andy.
Really?
Yes, I did.
You did, Andy? You saw Marvels?
I just got back from seeing the new slasher flick Thanksgiving this afternoon.
Oh my
yeah,
God!
buddy,
Was that Eli Roth who directed?
Yeah, it was. Is it any good?
I enjoyed it actually. It was a fun take if you like slasher flicks.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Dennis and I go see a movie a week because we drop our movie review on Friday. This week we're dropping it tomorrow because of the holiday. But yes, we saw the Marvels.
Do you go on more dates with, do you go on more dates with Dennis than Helen?
And your wife?
Luckily not.
If there's anything wrong with that. I'm just curious.
No, there's something wrong with it. There would be something wrong with it.
But I don't.
That. He's a married man, you know.
For God's sakes, married man. For goodness sake.
We're both
high and tight. You mean Jimmy's? Oh, come on, 200-watt studio,
shit.
please.
My God.
Oh boy.
So
Hang on,
I saw it. I had a conversation. I was on a stream last week with a gentleman named Christian Blatt and another gentleman named Christian Toto, and who has a website, Hollywood and Toto. He's a really cool cat. And we talked about the Marvels and how much we all pretty much hated it, and what was wrong with it. So,
and what was wrong with it?
Weak ass villain, lackluster story. You can tell that they shot things to put it back in there, you know, to try and make it something. Yeah, I mean, the best part about, I'll be honest, was the actress that played Kamala Khan, because she was just you could tell she has a general enthusiasm and excitement. And in a way, you almost feel bad for her because it's like, yeah, this isn't going anywhere. Pray that your career doesn't go down because of this. So
I've heard a lot of people saying that she was the best part.
She was the best part. She really was.
Andy, did that movie feel like there was lots of like reshoots to try to change the direction?
That's what I'm saying. You could see some of that, and just a couple of the story things they did were just so freaking stupid. There's a, spoiler alert. There's a planet they go to, and Brie Larson's character is the princess of this planet. So now I guess Marvel MCU has an official princess, and the only way they can communicate on this planet is to sing. They can't just talk; they have to sing everything.
That's really annoying. That's like, that's the planet that I want to make out of Comicsgate Kings, though. I would really like to get us started singing more songs together.
Sure,
we got karaoke. I don't know why we don't do more of it, Andy. It's Hey, Billy is a singer. Mike Barron is also probably something of musician, something of a musical maestro.
We should do one show, Ethan, where we just sing. You have to sing no matter what. If you're asked a question, you have to reply in song.
Well, I don't know about that. I just think that every now and then, see, I believe in a world in which sometimes when you're trying to communicate something to another person and the words just don't come out the way the words normally do, music swells in the background, and then you just break into song and you sing what you're feeling. I do this around the house all the time.
Stutter, right? Like they teach like Carly Simon, because she was a stutterer, and her teacher, she was very shy and said, "Carly, I heard you singing in chorus. Just sing the answer." And then she always did that. She had a terrible, or still does, has a terrible stutter.
Yeah.
Same with Mel Tillis.
Mel Tillis.
It's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah.
Who's Mel Tillis?
Oh,
he's a country singer.
Yeah, he's
country
a dude
singer.
He's the one from Cannonball Run. Where he's like had it in a poo.
Oh yes.
He was great.
What a great.
Him and Terry
character.
Bradshaw.
Yeah, Terry Bradshaw does this order too in there, and they wreck the car in the pool. That's a great scene.
Had it in the.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I just think that, everything, I think there's an opportunity to sing all the time. I'm not saying I like the Marvels movie. I don't know what their planet is. Like, it sounds kind of gay. Like, what I'm talking about is manly singing. I'm not talking about gay singing. I'm not talking about, like show tunes or anything like that.
Like Paint Your Wagon.
Yeah, I'm just talking about, look, every now and then, an opportunity comes along where you feel the music. And you might as well just kind of go with it, right? I mean, well, you just do that.
You feel it in your soul,
like Lee Marvin.
Do you sing like when you're making coffee? You're singing about making coffee.
I mean, maybe a little bit. It's just sometimes that's the only thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that's what you're. You have to just follow like the spirit. Sing a song. Sing out loud. Sing out strong. Sing of good things, not bad. Sing of happy, not sad. That's all I'm talking about. Like,
Okay.
things like that. You want to just bust into a song. Yeah, I am a shower singer too. Anyway, so Ronald Shaw says, please, for God's sake, please,
Kill me, God.
God help us. Losing viewership. Oh no. Don't worry, guys.
We'll get it back.
Only when it's appropriate. We don't do this all the time. All right, so speaking of really weird feminine shit in the MCU, not here on Comicsgate Kings, but I don't know if you guys realize this, but the new Fantastic Four movie has been cast. It is going to happen. And one of the things that's just been revealed is Silver Surfer is going to be a woman.
God damn it.
Jeez. Of course.
The Silver Surfer,
Lord.
a female
Silver.
here. Why is everything a
Ugh.
problem?
I thought the female Silver Surfer would be Void from Jim Lee's Wildcats.
Yeah, exactly.
You can just call her Void then and do Jim Lee's Wildcats.
Wait,
They
there's a
just
female not surfer, but there's a character that's one of those heralds who's female, right?
Nova.
The fiery head, Nova?
Nova.
Okay, so
Yeah, the gold
just
chick.
use her. Yeah, just use the gold chick then. Don't change Silver.
No, it's not good enough. You have to change Silver Surfer, or we're not doing it.
That's right.
Well, they never heard of the gold chick because they're still hiring people that don't know anything about comic books.
They know.
So.
It's all
Maybe
about
they could
changing
cast
the
that chick, that surfer chick that only has the one arm because it got bitten off by a shark as a Silver Surfer, just to make her really identifiable in silhouette.
Was that in Blue Crush? All right.
I like
Space
that.
Shark.
I
design.
like that, Andy Smith. I
Yeah,
like
might have been in Blue Crush.
Great idea.
I'm just
outside
saying,
the
you know.
box. Or inside the box, is it?
Wait, the real girl
Inside her
or
box.
the
What?
actress who
No.
played?
That's my point.
Now, would the female Silver Surfer have nipples?
Oh Lord.
Well, come on, the male Silver Surfer doesn't, Jimmy. Look at him.
Oh,
It doesn't
man.
even have a unit.
Well, it
Doesn't
says
have ears.
Well, he's going to have big boobies now and a little undefined Barbie style vajayjay, which is going to be reflective, which will be valuable because I can see myself in it, which is what I want to do.
Oh, hello. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
it's there
very
in
much.
image.
Thank you for that one. I dig that.
Silver Surfer in Marvel's Fantastic Four MCU reboot is reportedly a woman. The Silver Surfer. Do women surf? You know, when I hear about a woman surfing, it's because she got like her arm bitten off by a shark.
They're sexy too. Like women
But she's
surfers
still
and women volleyball
Oh
players.
yeah.
Beach volleyball players.
Beach volleyball, yeah. Not indoor.
No.
Yeah.
No, never indoor.
Yeah, I would expect pretty much every volleyball player to be a woman. Like, if there were a superhero who was a volleyball player, it better be a chick. But surfer, I don't know. I got to think that the Silver Surfer is a dude, 100% of the time. It says casting is currently underway on the upcoming Fantastic Four MCU reboot of Marvel. Pedro Pascal appears to have been chosen for the role of fucking Reed Richards.
No.
Okay.
Fuck my life.
I don't know why they do this. I feel like it's personal, and a lot of people have said they're doing this just to fuck with you, Ethan. And then people say that to me, and they go simultaneously. They go, "You're a narcissist. You know the entire world doesn't revolve around you." But explain this. Explain Pedro Pascal after the entire country of Chile comes after me because I called him a fat coward. And they go, "Oh no, Pedro's our national hero," and then like it's all over the media. I'm all over Billy. I was on Chilean CNN. They're like, comic book artist Ethan Van Sciver calls Pedro Pascal. I'm still getting fish recipes in my email.
Now you really have to troll them with the events that happened to their next door neighbors that I'm sure you'll cover.
Oh yeah, yes, indeed. Yeah. Okay, obviously,
you'll be safe
we'll
in Argentina.
Yeah, Argentina.
Of course, a lot of people thought that.
They should make him the Silver Surfer.
Don't cry.
Do they give a reason in this article why they're changing the gender of Silver Surfer?
We'll find out in a second.
We don't need no stinking reason.
I've been reading a lot about him. When I first saw him, I said, this guy's a lunatic, and I think he is. But then somebody recontextualized it like former rock star. And I went,
Is that right?
Oh. Yeah, like, and I go, okay, I think I got it now. I think I got his vibe. Look at this man. Look at this little kid. Like, please save my country. And he's like, I will, son.
Dude, have you heard his interviews? They're fantastic.
No, they're crazy.
Great.
But
I'm know.
I'm happy to hear what he's look at this. I haven't seen anything like this
Look at
since
that kid.
like Germany in 1937. This was
Come on now.
No, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. I meant there was a real sense of like, look, we can make the youth stronger,
This guy's
autograph is
This makes me want to be a politician.
Boy, it really does, right? It's like, yeah, we can
Because
make
if this guy, even if this guy gets assassinated, he'll be a legend just forever. He'll be
he'll be killed.
I mean, oh my god.
College students 20 years from now.
I don't want to put that out there into the
No.
Argentina-verse, but some leftists, with the weeks, this
Some
week.
Chilean Pedro Pascal fan, some disgruntled idiot who thinks Reed Richards is a fat coward from Chile. Hold on a second here. Yeah, I don't,
I've seen horrors that you've seen.
Please, let's not talk about that again. I can't take it.
It's impossible through words to describe what is necessary to those who do not know what horror means. And you must make a friend of horror.
No.
Horror and moral terror are your friends. If they are not, then they are truly enemies.
Okay. I take responsibility where I feel like, I have harmed anyone, but I haven't harmed anyone at all.
Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you, one. Thank you all.
Well, hello.
The best part is that you're playing the "Somewhere Over the Rainbow" music. It blends over, and there's this Aaron's face when he goes to high school.
Jacob
That
handled
was,
this extra $2. He says, "Hey Ethan, go Chiefs. Screw you. My Eagles are better than your Chiefs." and they're going to win.
Shots fired.
I mean,
I hope they do.
They're going to win.
We will see tonight.
Aaron, I'm glad that you're here. Now, first of all, we have a lot of good stuff going on, some terrible stuff going on. But in spite of all of this, in spite of the fact that Silver Surfer is now Silver Surferette.
I just saw that.
Yeah. What are you grateful for?
Silver Suffragette.
Yeah.
Suffragette.
The Silver Suffragette. That's excellent.
I want you to think about what you're doing right now. I want you to think about the endless time that you're spending fulfilling Wraith of God. People are receiving it, and they're really thrilled with it. Spending a lot of time with your wife, running the family business. It's got to be kind of nice, right? Are you having fun, or is it?
Well, it's every time I see stuff like this, it makes me glad I'm doing it. I can tell you that. It's no, I'm pissed off at myself because I keep getting every once in a while I get these people going that I sent them the wrong book, and I'm like, how in the world did I screw up that order? But
it's usually their fault, Aaron. This happens to us all the time. They go, "Oh, you sent me the wrong thing," and I'm like, "Why don't you recheck?" And by the way, every time I go, "No, go look at your order. We're never wrong." And they go and they look at their order and they go, "Oh, I guess I forgot because it was 8 years ago that I placed this order."
We had a guy on through Kickstarter that actually was saying, and he's from Australia, and it's always when you one time they sent something to Australia and we forgot to put the stretch goal pack in.
Right.
Like,
I'm gonna send you $50
it could be like New Jersey, right? It had to be. So the guy's like,
Exactly.
I don't want to complain. Everything looks great, but I did not receive the calendar, just the stretch, just the coin. Would you please send me the calendar? Debbie's like, no,
Why
I'm
did it have to be
I don't
Australia?
know what we have. And Debbie's like, we never had a calendar. So Debbie's like, are you? And he got us confused with Coffin Comics with Brian Pleader with the Lady Death Order. And I'm like, gotta send a calendar to Australia,
Yeah, you send a calendar to Australia. It's like a freebie, like kind of thing that you might add to your campaign, and sending it over there is like $40 to $45.
Yeah, exactly.
I had a backer in Tasmania. I sent him the book. Three months later, he says, "Where's the book?" I say, "I'll send you another book." Send him another book. Another 2 months pass. "Where's the book?" Finally, I sent it to a friend in Australia, and he mailed it to Tasmania, and he got the book.
He got it finally.
Oh my
God! That's the thing. A lot of times in these foreign orders, they get hung up in the postal service and they never get delivered. And it's like
Tasmania, where's that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it looks like fun though. We watched, we EFAP'd a little video of you and Shelley dancing and doing your fulfillment.
Oh, great! Thank you. Thanks very much.
Yeah.
All right. So what are you grateful for? What are you thankful for, Aaron? Like, when you think about the fact that this weekend is Black Friday and Cyber Frog Monday. And then Thursday's Thanksgiving. What do you think of? Like, what are you grateful for this year?
I'm grateful that I've got good kids. I'm grateful for that I've got a good family, because I know a lot of people don't have those things. And I'm grateful, from a professional standpoint that, that I'm getting to do my own thing. And so far, so good, and I know you probably think this way too. A lot of us probably on the panel do. You do a project like this, and you're not sure if it's gonna fund, and then it gets funded, and then you send it out. You're not sure if everybody's gonna like it or not, And then if people do, then you're like, wow, I'm so grateful that you didn't screw this up.
Aaron, you forgot to mention that you're also grateful for your 98-year-old mother who bags and boards 1,000 comics for you.
92, by the way, and I'm also, and that brings up this other point. The reason I'm late is that my mom had this skin cancer tumor that had to be removed today. So we were in day surgery getting this thing dug out, and looks like that it didn't spread any place. So that was good news. Very thankful for that. And that actually went pretty smooth.
Maybe she got it from being underneath the lamp, bagging and boarding your comic books.
Oh, damn.
What they tell me is
it's not supposed to be a sun lamp.
No. All the skin damage that you get when you're a kid, and then it just comes to evil fruition later in life. So
It's the adhesive.
that's right. So it has nothing to do with anything that I did to her.
Wizard Sleep says, I'm grateful for CG and all they do for the comic community. Yes, indeed. Me too.
Well, thank you. You're
Real
welcome.
nice. All right, so Silver Surfer is going to be a lady. I think they're seriously at this point they're just trying to kill Fantastic Four in the womb. How do you get it wrong this many
Says,
times?
how can they not get the message at this late date?
Well, now, do you
I
think this will
know.
be? You think this will be worse, or the one that came out in the 1990s?
I think every new one is going to be worse than the one before.
Do you remember the one from the 1990s that never got released?
Yeah,
Are you talking about the Roger Corman?
Roger
one?
Corman
Roger
one?
They,
Corman,
they
yeah.
should release those. They seem like masterpieces.
Right.
It does. I mean, the Roger Corman one at least was true to. It actually looked like the Fantastic Four. I mean, it was super low budget. It wasn't made to be released, but it looked. It kind of had the. They tried to get the spirit of the Fantastic Four in that. I don't know why are they so resistant? Why do they go, well, you know, what Stan Lee came up with that has survived for 80 years is okay, but like we also have this idea about making things gay. I don't get like why they do
It's
that.
because entertainment is not on the menu.
You know,
No.
they do have a female Galactus or Sentinel for Galactus, so it's kind of like, why didn't they just use her? What's her name? Nova or something like that?
Nova. Yeah, the
Yeah, why
Galactus.
didn't they use her? You know, why?
That's
I
a
mean, I
great
know
idea.
the answer to that. That's a rhetorical question, but it's like, it's just so stupid and so obvious what they're doing, and such a recipe for failure that they don't seem to be recognizing, even when it's right before their eyes.
Yeah, you know, liberals are kind of like widows.
Black
Like
Widow.
these SJWs, like Black Widows. Yeah, in a way they are, huh? Like they're the kind of like ladies that they drive their husbands into an early grave and then they wear all their jewelry around. Like it's like you
Praying
guys.
mantises.
Yeah, it's like you didn't create any of this. You know, it's like you didn't. You're sitting there enjoying the fruits of people who like slaved and were scared and like worked tirelessly. Like think about how scary Marvel must have been for Stan Lee when he first started it with Jack Kirby, and it's a new venture. I mean, what we do is scary. Getting out there and creating something new and going against the grain. And you know what's going to happen, Aaron? Like, I swear to God, like Wraith of God is going to be a big, huge hit. And you are going to be driven into an early grave with its success.
Dude, I got
buddy.
one foot in
And
it
then
right now.
Shelley is going to walk around with like diamonds hanging off of her. Can you picture that? Like super like worldly Shelley, like widow Shelley, just kind of
Yeah.
like with rings on every finger and just
You
like
turn
ladies.
into a cougar.
She'll be a cougar too.
On the
Oh my
prowl.
God.
She'll go to Chile and get a handsome
Oh, like a bunch of Cabana
boy.
boys.
She'll
Cool
go to
boys.
Argentina.
Serving her drinks with umbrellas in them.
That's what's going to happen. I mean, that's what Marvel is right now with these SJWs who didn't create any of this, and they kind of inherited it. They didn't do anything to earn it, and they're just fucking strutting around in it like it's a set of diamonds and pearls and expensive clothing that their late husband gave to them. It really sucks. So Silver Surfer, yeah, why bother making him a man? He should just be a woman. Why not? And also a lesbian, and also black. Oh my God.
Well, they could make him be a man who identifies as a woman.
Right.
Yeah, make it even more confusing. Like he wears a wig and flies around with long hair wig on.
The
A fake
surfer.
wig, like a really bad wig and a silver body.
Oh my God! What a dad bod!
With a dad bod.
What if you?
He's reading books to kids in the library.
Yeah, exactly.
Silver Surfer is going to be a fat silver woman. That would be the best.
They're called they're unrelenting whores.
Oh my God! Oh, dear Lord.
That was the name of my garage band when I was a teenager.
Unrelenting.
Summer's Eve.
That's a great title.
No, it's like a punk rock band, doesn't it? I think that was in that movie, The Decline of Western Civilization. The Unrelenting Whores was one of the bands in that movie.
Oh, just nonstop brutal whores. That is what these people are. So, all right, still unknown who could be playing the Silver Surfer, but it could be absolutely anybody. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was like, Roseanne Arnold No, not Roseanne Arnold. Who's the other one? The one who had a
Barr.
TV show.
Barr?
No,
Barr.
not Barr. No, I'm not talking about her at all. I'm talking about the one who had the talk show.
Rosie O'Donnell.
O'Donnell. Yeah.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah.
Some
anchor in
fat
that.
lesbian, is gonna they'll cast they'll thrill us with the casting. Show us how brilliant they are. Nor has there been any official confirmation that it'll be portrayed by a woman, but insider Jeff Snyder. That should be his YouTube channel.
Insider Jeff Snyder. I love that.
Yeah. Why didn't he?
Snyder Insider.
Should have his own T-shirt.
Snyder
They should cast Lizzo as the Silver Surfer.
I like how that.
God, that would be great.
The Silver Surfer. No one can hear you douche in space.
Oh,
I like how that sentence starts with
call
"but
that,
insider," but if you were to flip the two words, it would be funnier.
Well, why don't they just change it to that Kirby character? What was he called? The Black Racer or whatever he was?
Yeah.
Then they
I
can
know. That's got everything they need right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the black race.
Except he's a man.
Really smart there. How about the white race? They should do that too. And if I were over there at Marvel, I would do that. I would absolutely create the white racer. And then it'd be like, I'd have a shot where like I'd have a cover. This would be my cover blurb where like he's down, and the only person who can like save him is the Fantastic Four, and it's like, can the Fantastic Four save the White Racer? That would be right on the cover. Nice big beautiful cover blurb. Save the White Racer.
I like it.
The Silver Racist, says Mateo.
Oh God.
Aryan Racer. Sorry, everybody.
Oh.
Sorry to go into these
The
asides.
Racer versus the Black Racer.
So Snyder Insider says, and yes, you can expect to see a female Silver Surfer in your lifetime, I guess.
Can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, it would be okay. Like, I don't know, it could be kind of cool. It lines up with the previous reports that Marvel decided to gender swap the iconic comic book character. And to be fair, they've taken the opportunity to do so with characters in the past. One of the most recent changes included Cosmo in the MCU Guardians of the Galaxy film, who happened to be a male dog in the comics. Oh, they made her a bitch. You guys, I didn't know that. I didn't realize.
I didn't even see that. Yeah.
Wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Did somebody look at the dog, the animal actor, and notice that it didn't have balls? Like, how did you know that?
You're right.
Cosmo,
Oh, she has a
It's a
voice
male
in the
dog,
third
but a
one.
female voice.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
spend a lot of time
female
looking at
voice.
dogs' backsides unless Mike Barron is retweeting the same picture of his dog's asshole.
Oh yes,
Oh my God.
he
Over
loves
and
that
over.
Don't
picture.
make me post that again.
That's spoiler. That was going to be your Christmas card.
In all fairness, I've been handing out Bob's Ass Awards like nobody's business.
It should be nobody's business, Mike. That's the issue.
That's exactly right, Eric. Thank you for saying what we all were thinking. Trevor Bruce says, "It talks, dummy." Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
What, the dog
Yeah.
talked?
In
I
the
thought he
third
just
movie.
licked Howard
It
the
was
Duck's
psychic.
face.
Yeah.
No, third movie here.
Oh, third. Oh, maybe I
Third
wasn't paying
movie. She
attention.
talks.
Yeah, she hated that he kept calling her bad dog, and like she went on forever.
Yes.
You can't be a bad dog.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
Boy, I don't remember any of this. I must have slept through that part.
You did, old man. It's okay.
I went out to get another box for Raisinets, and I missed the whole thing.
Raisinets.
Oh.
I like goobers. Goobers are better than raisinets.
No, Raisinets are
Raisinets
they're
and-
chewy. They're delicious. Raisinets.
They are.
As for the Silver Surfer, the comic book iterations, originally a young astronomer named Norrin Rad. He's a humanoid alien with metallic skin and the ability to essentially surf through space. Rad's duty is to serve as a herald for Galactus, and he often searches for planets that Galactus can consume. This eventually leads him to Earth, where he meets the Fantastic Four. Possible we'll see some of these elements utilized in the new movie, of course, with the possibility that Silver Surfer will now also be a woman. MCU's upcoming Fantastic Four film set to be directed by Matt Shackman. You know what? I love the Fantastic Four. I really do.
Yep.
Like, I can't
But you
think of
want
it.
any more?
I mean, I put up with the the first couple of movies. The ones they were okay. It was weird. Doctor Doom was weird in those movies. They got him. How do you get Doctor Doom wrong?
I don't know. It's
They
terrible.
can't get them right, man. They can't. They keep trying.
How do you not CGI the thing? That was a fatal mistake. Also,
Yeah, that looked wrong too. You need the eyebrows on the thing. You need that eyebrow ridge.
Yep.
It needs to be really big, really big.
Yeah,
How
I
do you
don't-
get the Punisher wrong? He'd seem to be the easiest character of them all.
Where did they get him wrong? In
Every
particular?
movie, Dolph Lundgren, Thomas Jane, Ray Stevenson. Although Ray was the best Punisher, he was very good, but the movie was jokey, and people don't want a jokey Punisher. They want a serious vigilante story. That's why the first Equalizer with Denzel Washington is the best Punisher movie ever made.
What about the TV show? Did you watch the TV show?
No, unfortunately, I didn't.
I heard it was pretty good. I don't know. I like the actor a lot. That guy's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about
John
The
Byrne.
Punisher TV
yeah,
show.
no, I did see
Yeah.
that. That was good. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first one was good. The second season, he just let the women do everything.
I didn't see it, but he's a very nice, very humble, very nice guy. He would be at a couple of cons we were at, and really cool dude.
Yeah, great guy.
Oh,
He got to
cool.
work with anybody who gets to work with Scorsese. Immediately, I'm like, wow, man. You
What
worked with
movie was that?
Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh, Bernenthal was
What?
in that?
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, he was the guy, the guy that beat up what's his face?
Like
The
he
dude
was,
from Superbad.
he got them drugs and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
I will see that. I will rectify that.
Michael, it's as good as well, it's close to. It's in the ballpark of Goodfellas and Casino. It's the same movie
Really?
over. He makes these movies over and over again that are about the rise of like a crime
yep,
figure
yep,
and then the
yep.
fall. I love those movies. So that's what Wolf of Wall Street is. It is
All right.
so much fun. It makes me want to do drugs with you.
Yeah.
And drive a Lamborghini Countach again.
See me
you know?
30 years ago.
Yeah.
All right, guys, it's bedtime for Bonzo.
Well, good night,
All right,
Michael
Mike.
Barron.
Good night,
Thank you for
Baron.
joining us.
Good
Happy
night. Good
night.
Thanksgiving to you and
Yeah,
your
night.
happy
family.
Thanksgiving to all you guys do.
Happy
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
happy Thanksgiving, Mike.
I love that guy. Yeah, you got to see that. I mean, that should be his Thanksgiving movie is Wolf of Wall Street. You guys all see it?
Yeah, I love that movie.
Nope.
Fantastic.
I have not.
You have
Not
dude,
enough exposure.
Margot Robbie is so freaking hot in it. It's insane.
I know. I've
If you
seen the
pause it
screenshot
at
of
just the
that.
right moment, yeah, you get full frontal nudity. You get like
Yep.
of Margot Robbie. If you got to pause it like at the right split second, it takes a while. Take some practice.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Jonah Hill.
No, not Jonah Hill. It's-
Oh, but dude, you gotta watch that movie. They are great together. Him and Leonardo DiCaprio when they're doing the drugs and everything.
Oh yeah.
so
my
much
God.
fun.
It's on
Yeah,
Netflix. I'll check it out.
Good
It
time.
really does.
And did you know in that movie they actually purchased a full functional Lamborghini Countach and wrecked it for the movie in the scene where he wrecks it? It's a real
Oh.
Countach, not a remake.
What's that? 100? Well, it's probably more than that. How much those things cost?
200.
200?
At least,
200.
yeah. Collector's item about 300, I would think, by now.
If you have to ask, you can't afford it, Aaron.
It's in the budget.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, Lamborghinis are like 250, 300,000. You know, I mean that was like my dream car when I was 12. You know.
Oh, the Countach.
Yeah, I had like a
Cannibal
Trapper
Run.
Keeper with a red Lamborghini Countach on it, and I was like, someday, look at this thing.
You
I got
could probably get that, like, get one of them now for like 150 or something. Let me look at
Like
They're
an
it.
actually
old
going
one?
for collector's
Yeah,
items.
like I'll do a 19. Let me do a 1989 Countach for sale.
That'd be 85,
Oh,
I think.
jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, it was when I was in like middle school. Everybody was like, Lamborghinis are the coolest thing in the world. Like, I wanted to be Miami Vice.
Jeez. Oh my god.
What are you looking at,
I'll
Billy?
just
What
take
do
the
you say?
cash.
An 89 one with 5,000 miles is at $680,000.
It's only got 5,000 miles on it. That's why.
Yeah, it's only got 5,000.
Yeah.
Let's do another one here.
like a
I just did
collector's
89. I don't know.
Wow.
Well, how
Let's
much
see
do you
one
think
with
the
like
one-
300,000.
406. Yeah, there's one. The lowest. Okay, you're looking at an 89. The lowest sale was 189,750,000. Average is $463,000.
Wow. Is
Yeah,
that
you
for the
can
one
get
they
a new
wrecked?
one though? Why don't look up at 2023?
Well, they don't make Countachs anymore.
Well, no.
Well, no, they're
just
bringing it
the
back.
Lamborghini.
Oh, you want an Aventador
They-
or something?
Yeah.
They're bringing it back, Jimmy?
Yeah, they brought back the Countach, a limited edition for 2023. They only made 1,000.
Lamborghini. Let's see.
Jimmy's got his eyes on one.
All right, you can get a brand new one. You can get a Lamborghini Huracan for less than 400,000.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
Can
bargain.
you imagine?
Yeah, 2020, you can get a 2020 Huracan Evo for 297,000. Just do a campaign. Get Ethan a Lambo.
I could do it. I would like to
green one. A green one. It's got to be a green one.
a green one. Oh, with
Green and
Cyberfrog
silver.
markings.
Oh, that's
on
true.
It. A little bit
And then you
of
can write it off as you go to conventions with it, and it's a display.
Yeah. All right, Billy Tucci. You know you're in the news today. I don't know if you realize this, but
yes,
isn't this great?
Yeah.
Billy Tucci reveals
good
she
things
number
this
one from
time.
Bounding into Comics. Billy Tucci reveals she number one 30th anniversary original art edition Indiegogo campaign to launch next week.
Yes, on all right here on this show on Kings. But I just wish John we picked this image. This is one of William Christensen's covers that he did a variant.
Yeah.
Never showed me the coloring. It's like one of the worst she images ever. And then I just wish he would just message me because I would have sent him art and stuff.
John,
And
why,
he
John
goes down and
Delarose.
there's also some other art. I don't even know where this other art came from. It's from a couple, and it says it was art by someone else. That's from the original first issue.
Yeah, of course. This is
But
yeah.
we're gonna launch it. The book we're almost finished with it. JC Vaughn just sent me all the questions that I got to answer because it's a 112-page hardcover book. It's gorgeous. It's going to have all the original pencils and inks, then colors because the book was hand painted, and then the pages with the lettering because it was lettered too on acetate. And I glued I cut out all the little caption boxes and the word balloon boxes and all, and it's gonna be a beautiful book. Really proud of it.
All right, so John Delarose writes.
Yeah.
She has been one of independent comics' most beloved properties. It's hard to believe the samurai-themed superhero is turning 30 this year. Jesus God. To commemorate the release of the first issue, there's a brand new She number one 30th anniversary original art edition with funding on Indiegogo starting soon. Credibility Tucci has put so much work into to maintain this beloved property, stewarding his character with follow-ups that have kept fans excited to back his book for 3 decades. She is a descendant of Sohai warriors. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yes, Sohai.
Yeah.
Those are the warrior monks of medieval Japan, though they really weren't monks at all. They were just samurai ordained as priests so they could build the ranks of the temples.
Yeah.
A lot of corruption.
Who did this artwork here?
Well, that's me. That's all me. But it's like I think it's a couple of different issues though. I don't know. Maybe it is Heaven and I've done like 80 She books, so maybe it is from Heaven and Earth. Yeah, probably is.
You also did a not G.I. Joe. You did the one for DC Comics.
Oh, Sergeant Rock.
Sergeant Rock.
Yeah.
Sergeant Rock was a masterpiece. It's just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah,
He's done amazing stuff.
Yeah,
bro.
it was all the veterans because I was able to work with the actual. If you remember, Ethan, when we were developing it, Dan wanted it to be like a documentary because the veterans were so involved in it, and that they told their stories and all the events were things that actually happened to them, and I got to meet them all and hang out with them and Medal of Honor recipients and go to dinners with them, and it was a wonderful, wonderful experience.
Yeah, you took us to dinner.
That's incredible.
With one of them, me and Hunter. Hunter got a bunch of autographs.
Yeah.
From one of the guys from Band of Brothers, like one of the original veterans.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that was a privilege.
Wow. It was, and those are the things I just have my friends like, because so many people like, what are you doing? I'm like, we got plans. I'm like, we're
going out.
Like, Hunter, you coming? I'm like, you got to meet this hero. That was Don Burgett. Yeah, you got to meet. You got to meet Don Burgett.
We're going out to dinner with somebody who actually punched Nazis.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
All right, so this looks great. We're going to launch this next Wednesday, I believe.
Yeah. And our preview page is up, and I can share it. Let me share the way the cover looks. It looks gorgeous, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I don't mind at all. What is this?
It looks so good. Niall put this together, so let me grab it. Hang on.
Yeah, you can also tune in to Pop XP and see Billy and his friend Niall interview a lot of famous.
Here we go. Look at this. Look how nice this. Oh, hang on, it's right here. See if that shares. There you go. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
So you start with the pencils. Yeah, so it's a gradation from the pencils down to the inks to the colors.
Wow, and wasn't the original cover just her face?
That's the original cover.
Wow,
that's the original cover.
Welcome,
Hey, Gary.
Gary Martin, to the show.
Hey, Gary.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, so we're very proud. If you guys could support us, we appreciate it. This book will go to the printer by the end of the 30 days, before the end of the 30 days for proofing it all. And
You're making these great hardcover books. It's
So,
amazing.
and it's all you guys out there. Thank you all. You know, you guys changed our lives again. You know, so hail CG, hail the Kings, hail you, Ethan. Thank you for all your help and all you guys. We're like a wonderful family. Aaron, Matthew, talk about child labor and all. Matthew works for us and he does all the labels. And he goes, Dad. And I come in, he's like, Aaron Lopresti. So Debbie's like, put that on the side. So we'll.
Yeah, we're gonna spit on that one first.
Put that one aside. Let's not mail till January.
So I'm going to ask I'm going to surprise you guys and ask a dumb question here, Billy. I know coming from me, it's a surprise, but when it says artist edition, does that mean it's going to be in black and white? Show the line art?
It's black and white and like it's. Is this it? Let me see. Nope, that's not it.
Oh.
I can show. I have all the original.
I thought that was a proof. Like, oh my god!
I know. No, that's the art. That's actually a Sergeant Rock art. Actually, it's I have all the original pencils and inks. So the book is good. It's an oversized. Well, if we hit our stretch goal, it'll be oversized like our other omnibuses. And the first it's 112 pages. The first 32 pages are going to be the original pencils and inks. And I'm sorry, the original book with the lettering and everything like that. And I can grab it and show you the way the colors are. Then after that book is done, you will have the original pencils, inks, and the original colors side by side because the whole book's hand painted. It's a hand painted book. And that'll go for the next 64 pages or so. And then there'll be insights and none of this art's ever been except for, those 64 pages of art that's never been seen before. So I got Mindy Lopkin, the great Mindy Lopkin is remastering them all, scanning them all in because it's so, technology is so different today than it was 30 years ago. It's unbelievable. And
Billy,
it looks
how
gorgeous.
big is this going to be?
112 pages, and if we hit our first stretch goal, it'll be omnibus size, like our other omnibuses, which is like 12, right? 12 inch. It's like there's one. It's big. Yeah. Feel like this. So here's a normal comic. I don't know. I have that, and then here's the size of the. This is how big it'll be.
Nice. Very
Well, this is a coffee table book.
Beautiful.
Yeah, or a nightstand book.
Yep.
So, and that's what I'm saying, guys. Do your own books because I'm looking forward to getting me some First Man on the buses.
All right, I got some super chats. I'm going to read these super chats. Gary, welcome. I want to just blow you up here for a minute so that I can see what's on your desk behind you. Wow.
What is that? Sexy
Red
back there.
Sonia.
Are you going to
Red
share
Sonja?
that, Gary, or are you just going to leave it lie back there? Jeez, man.
Beautiful.
Oh, wow.
That is some dish, bro. Did you use anyone in particular for that?
No, I
shame.
kind of had a type in mind.
His neighbor was out in the pool the other day.
That's why Gary bought the house.
And then this is from Aliens, plural.
Aliens.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I like her. He's like, you're. What was that line? You're like a man. He's like, so are you. She tells him, or something like that.
Yeah.
So he goes, how does
All I
how
want
do
to
you
know
know that?
is poor man. No, have you? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Vasquez,
love her
right?
living.
That's great.
Vasquez, right? Her name is Vasquez.
Vasquez.
Yeah,
Have you
Vasquez.
seen that actress today? Like what she looks
Yes.
like now?
Yes.
She looks nothing like she did in.
No.
You know what they did for that? She's a Jewish woman. She was in Lethal Weapon. She got freckles. She played the mom in Terminator too. Remember?
Terminator
right,
2.
Well, he's just fine.
Yeah, she didn't last very
yeah,
long.
right through the. Yeah, that's right.
They
Let
sex
me
her up,
read
hand
these
her up.
super.
Great.
Let me read these super chats here from the wonderful chat who's with us tonight. About 1,100 people watching. Comic Book One says, send Matt Barr the link. Let me see. Yeah, maybe another time. Matt's always welcome on the show. This is the King show, though. Katami 2 says, the game company Come On is doing a deceased zombie board game on Kickstarter. They released the Green Lantern Corps add-on today. Do you get any royalties for the use of characters you created in games? And the answer is yes, of course. but I don't think creating a Green Lantern is going to do it. They'd have to use one of my characters that I actually did create. Hold on one second, guys. I keep getting the same phone call, and I'm getting worried about it. So let me, you know what? You guys take over for a minute.
You got it.
So, how are you guys doing?
Aaron, what kind of turkey are you having? Are you having a big fat stuffed bird this Thanksgiving turkey?
I went smaller this year. I only got a 9-pounder because we always have so many leftovers, and I don't have the kids around the house full time like I used to eat all that stuff. So we went smaller. I'm going to cook a 9-pound bird. I'm going to make a blackberry pie and a cherry pie, and stuffing, of course, which is my number one go-to. And
I
gravy.
can't believe you guys immediately talk about food the minute I leave.
Well,
you
didn't want to do it while you were here because I didn't want to make you hungry.
It's a political call. Like, hey, we'd like you to answer. You're going to call me twice with a survey in one night?
Is it Nikki Haley? She calls me constantly.
Oh, it drives me. I'm Brandon, New Jersey. I'm like, that could be a shipping company with some books for me. No. Let me see. Draco51683 goes, this is for each king, including kings that come on later. What 5 graphic novels omnibuses would you suggest to somebody? The only restrictions, are there any American comics or anything non-SJW, of course? All right. So let's just do 1 instead of 5. I'm going to recommend A Killing Joke because I love it so much. Brian Boland and, Gary's artwork back there, by the way. If you like that, you're going to like Killing Joke. Eric, what would you recommend?
Steve Lichman. It is a comedy written by Dave Raposa and Dan Warren. Not many people know about it, but it is absolutely hilarious. It lampoons 80s horror and D&D in the most loving way. It's absolutely phenomenal.
Billy, what about you? 1 graphic novel you recommend?
Man. I don't know. I had Jeff Smith on the show last week, and I'd have to say that Bone collection. It is for all ages. It's brilliant. That's a great one. That's a really great one.
Rob Hunter.
Return of the Dark Knight by Frank Miller. It's probably my favorite.
Dark Knight Returns, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, what did I say?
Return of the Dark Knight. I was like, is that like the 4th one?
Close enough.
Andy Smith, what would you say?
The first one that came to mind, he said on the bus, and it's in Eyesight, is the first, 28 issues of Alpha Flight that John Byrne did. I just love that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Really takes me back. Nice nostalgia.
Yeah, I like that stuff too. Jimmy Reyes, what about you?
Yeah,
I'd have to go with Witchblade with Michael Turner and Christina Z, the original Witchblade. You have an omnibus of that. And this is back when like female characters could be sexy and still be strong and powerful. There was no feminist agenda or anything back
Hell
then.
yeah. She's smoking.
What about you, Aaron?
Well, I would say if I had to pick an omnibus, it'd be the Man Thing omnibus. Of course, you can't get too much big Man Thing. So.
That's what Aaron says. He's got a tattoo that says that in the small of his back.
Man Thing.
What about you, Gary? What do you think? The 1 graphic novel that you would recommend to someone?
I would recommend Medusa Chain. It's written and illustrated by Ernie Colon, the great Ernie Colon. It was one of DC's first graphic novels. And I think Ernie is highly underrated as an illustrator. It's an amazing science fiction story. It's when DC started doing graphic novels, Ernie got in there and put this out. It's an amazing illustrated and really a fun story.
I remember that. Cool.
What would you get, Ethan?
Oh, I said Killing Joke.
Right, Brian Boland.
Yeah. To me, that's if I had to choose, if I had a Desert Island comic, it would be that. I mean, something that I just value and will look at over and over again. Or some big Stan and Jack FF collection would be nice too.
That first 5-issue miniseries with Zach and Stephen Grant of The Punisher, it was really good.
Oh yeah.
Is that 5 or 6?
It was 5.
5, okay.
Well,
5 issues.
3 or 4 were
on the first
good.
in the first 4 issues, at 4-issue miniseries. On the 5th issue, it said 5-issue. And John Beatty explained that there was always supposed to be a 5-issue miniseries, but somehow they screwed it up and when they were putting in the type. But anyway, Yeah, that's collected. That's really cool. So
That's
Yeah,
Exactly.
Beatty's
Zach
ink
didn't
on
do
that
all of
are
that.
amazing.
Nice guy.
Zach
I wish
didn't
Mike
finish
Zach could
that,
work again.
right?
On Punisher? Or just on anything?
On anything. What is Mike Zach even doing? Like just commissions.
Mm-hmm.
Like he did
Commercial.
Yeah,
Craven's
I mean, he's
Last
pretty much
Hunt.
retired.
Yeah.
Jeez.
They don't pay him enough.
Well,
Yeah.
I got to get running, guys. I got to go pick up the wife. But you guys have a happy,
All right, dude.
good.
Good night, Jimmy.
Dude,
Good
happy
night,
Thanksgiving.
Good turkey
Happy Thanksgiving,
day.
brother.
Jimmy. Happy Thanksgiving.
Andy, that Alpha Flight on the bus, would that include the first 2 issues of Alpha Flight and Uncanny X-Men?
I think it includes that. Yeah, it includes when they were in Machine Man. It includes the Marvel 2-in-1. Yeah.
Was
That's
Machine
cool.
Man drawn by Barry Windsor Smith? That one?
No. This is when Steve Ditko was doing it.
Oh, way back when. Whoa, really? Steve Ditko drew Machine Man?
Yep.
Oh.
The later issues, yeah.
In the 80s? That's incredible.
Yeah.
I'm
It was
glad they
early
kept him.
80s. That Barry Windsor Smith you're thinking of over Herb Trimpe came out in the mid to late 80s, I think.
Yeah. I always thought it was really gay. Like I never liked Machine Man ever. I was like, Machine Man, what is this?
Me neither.
'Cause I'm like
Looked
13
weird.
years old. I'm like, Machine Man. Why can't it have a cool name like Vindicator? You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, hold
why
on
can't
a
it have a
second.
cool name? Like that's
Hold on
the
a second, Ethan. Are you accusing this android of being a homosexual?
Yes, I am. That's precisely what I'm doing. I just thought it like gay in the classic sense of lame. You know, it's just like it wasn't for me as a kid. That's also why I couldn't get into DC comics when I was a kid. I'd be like, "What is this, Lightning Lad? What are you joking?" Like I could read Marvel stuff, and Marvel stuff had great names, you know, and the characters weren't so silly. It's a weird thing to happen. As soon as I got into my 20s, I was like, Marvel's really like a little too try hard, and DC is much more fun. Let me see. 200 Watt Studio says One Arm Silver Surfer always making right turns.
Oh,
there you go.
Come on. He's got power cosmic. Damn it.
The guy who directed WandaVision also cast Pedro as Reed Richards. That's why it's so gay.
WandaVision.
I watched WandaVision though. I watched the first 4 or 5 episodes of it right before I announced my Disney boycott, and it was really good. It was really good. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah.
They could have condensed those first 3 episodes. That's what my problem was.
I liked it because it was just a different era of television. You didn't need to convince. I wanted to see like, all right, we're in the 50s right now. We're doing Dick Van Dyke in the 60s, and then we do the Brady Bunch. I liked it. I thought it was neat. Sigma Comics says, proud of what you guys are doing. Oh, hey, HH, how you doing? Get ready for Mike Barron's Gooding and Andy's Nice and Tight. Forge ahead, guys. Keep showing everyone how it's done. Please don't say Andy's Nice and Tight ever again.
Yeah, no,
Andy's.
I'm 54.
Yeah.
It's
Living infamy.
sloppy and loose now. So
That's not any better.
Damn it, Andy.
Oh,
Hail Lopez, Hail King says Corin Zenith. Everybody's happy to see Aaron.
All the
Ren
way from
Estevez
Australia.
says, got my Tucci and Lopresti books. Got my Zombie Sama package today, Billy. Thank Deb for me. All the Comicsgate wives are the best. Excited for Shisen Ryaku now.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Comic Book One says, Ethan, what about Penny Parker's new book?
Oh, yeah.
So, Penny Parker, by the way, Penny Parker, of course, is a pseudonym. And I used to know who the first Penny Parker was. I knew who that person was. I don't know who this one is. I don't know. And
Is it Andy?
Is it?
No.
I mean,
It's Mike Barron, you guys. You guys know it is.
probably is Mike Barron, I know. Penny Parker announced on this is kind of crazy. I don't know how I feel about this because it's just a little bit like I don't know. I mean, let me show you guys and you tell me what you think of this. Penny Parker. Let me see. Yeah, it was interesting. It was very interesting. All right, I found it real quick. And then you guys tell me if this makes you feel weird. Surprise! I'm writing a book. My first novel in progress, Generation Simone, named after Gail Simone. The Rise of the Whisper Network. Look at this. And it already has a publisher. Who was publishing this? It will be available everywhere in 2025.
Well,
Is
probably
this
not Marvel or DC.
No.
Well, I mean, all right. So it says the rise of the Whisper Network and a very strange new breed of writer, Generation Simone. Even stranger downfall of America's comic book industry. Wow, blaming the entire thing on Gale.
It's a great cover.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, part of me, I think this is a joke, or I mean, almost like a threat, kind of like thing. Like, this is what I'm going to do to trying to get a reaction. Because this book's coming out in 2025. You don't say, really? What do you think of this? Is this weird?
Why so long? Like,
Gotta
why
write it.
2025?
Gotta write it.
I mean, that's really not out of bounds for how long it takes to write a book and how much time they give you.
Right. You got to
So-
that has to be advanced ordered like 9 months, in advance.
Why announce it then? Why announce it if it's not even written? That's
a
what I'm
good
confused
point.
by.
It's a very good point.
Yeah, like, I mean, you want to announce this right before. If this were real, it's like, hey, this is going to be available in February. Get ready.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to blow the doors off of this thing. But no, it's like sometime in 2025, and it's got a weird title, like, I mean, you're gonna. I don't like it. Penny Parker, whoever you are, like, this is a little bit like, I don't know. It seems like
Parody.
A lawsuit could be coming your way. You know what I mean? You don't want to do that. Just be a little bit more subtle. But okay, so that's what I think of it. I'm unsure about it. I don't know if it's real or a prank.
Well, it's a novel too. This thing, so it's fiction. A novel is fiction.
Is it fiction? Is that what
Well,
that said?
if it's a novel is fiction. If it was a nonfiction book, it'd be a book about it.
But she says it's an expose.
I guess you can't do that, though.
I don't know. I mean, it could be a
if
big
they're-
troll.
If they're considered public figures, though, which they are because they post all this stuff on the internet, then they have free license, don't they, to
Yeah,
write?
you could do it. I guess you could. Like, you could blame, like, the downfall of Major League Baseball on Pete Rose, couldn't you? I mean, you could.
Yeah,
do
you could write a book about that, and he couldn't do anything about it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, it's just interesting because comics are so small. It's like, wow. All right, the Fantastic 304s says 200 Watt Studio. SHS Rebels says my Chiefs will beat the gay Philly Fannies.
Wow.
Also play the gay intro for John Malin. John isn't here. I don't know. I just finished reading the Blood Hunters story. Holy crap, that was amazing. Lepresti is king. Here come the reviews.
Thank you.
Here they go.
Here come the reviews. Get ready.
Got mine today. Thank you very much.
Billy, if you had to trust one of these men to have your back on a World War II bombing run, who would it be?
Oh,
Not Rob Hunter.
Wow.
not Rob.
If things are looking bad, I will push Billy out. But if things are looking good, I got the guns. So Billy can trust me.
So are you saying if there was only one parachute and you and Billy left, it would be goodbye, Billy?
Well, then I need to find this guy.
Rob's like, let's go tandem. I won't drop you.
Oh, we're going too fast. Sorry,
close.
I'd say maybe Eric Weathers has a steely, cold quietness about him.
That's what I was going to say. Military background. Eric Weathers is the guy to do it. Like, he's quiet. He's going to get it done. Doesn't seem like he's afraid of much. Hard worker and gets results. So
I'd have to say that.
Yeah,
I'd pick me too. So
there you go. Well, that's confident.
He's got a tough
Have your own back.
look about him.
Hey, you guys, speaking of jumping out of planes. Oh, thank you, Dan. I saw this clip. It was on Joe Rogan, and there, I don't know if you guys noticed, but they're like, a lot of people are taking Joe Rogan clips and they're like AIing his voice and like having him say stuff that he really didn't say. So I don't know if this is legit, but they said that some dude who's an experienced skydiver jumped out of the plane, forgot to put his parachute on, and jumped out without his parachute on, and they had film of it.
How do you forget?
I think he did. I saw a video of that similar years ago, and I think he jumped out on purpose and hooked up with one of the other guys. The other guy hooked him up.
Yeah.
Like, he literally is just a nut that jumped out of the plane without a chute. And then
it was on purpose.
How do you?
Yeah, and
how
then
do
they
you
got
not- how
together
do
and
you
did
get up in
that.
a plane? How do you get up in a plane that far and not realize you don't have a chute on? Right.
Well,
I
no,
mean,
from what Billy said,
Yeah.
it sounds like he did it on purpose to
Well,
no,
catch
but I
up
mean,
with the other
they're
guy.
pushing it. And the video I saw, they're saying that he jumped out like it was an accident. He didn't know he didn't have his. I'm like, how would you not know that?
So you could connect with another guy, so that you're
Right.
falling, and then somebody else is free falling next to you, and has to streamline like to catch up to you, and
That's
then
crazy.
hook up
You just
to
attach
you
your
like
belt
with a
buckles
little
together, and
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, belt buckles.
Yeah, they're nuts
Yeah.
though, man. I talked to
That's
those
nuts.
guys, at the airfield and stuff. Even when I jumped in August, and they think we're crazy, because it was a job. These guys they're nuts, and they come in real fast, and they're adrenaline junkies.
My nephew was like that. He worked for a skydiving company, and they were experimenting with bungeeing off each other while they skydive. So two guys jump in tandem. They both are wearing chutes. One guy, and there's a bungee attached to both of them. Then one guy, as they're falling, one guy bungees off the other guy. And then once the cord is stretched out, they releases himself from the cord and then skydives again. And then they stopped doing it because my nephew said that he was the anchor, and when the other guy released the bungee, it snapped up and hit him in the groin, so he stopped doing that.
Oh, Jesus.
No kids. All that. Now I can't have kids. It's terrible.
That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Speaking of Eric Weathers, battlebrickroad.com. Battlebrickroad.com. Go there now. Battlebrickroad.com. Battlebrickroad.com. Remember those commercials from the 80s where they'd be like, they just repeat the same thing over and over again? Apply directly to the forehead.
Battlebrick Road. Sharp did one of those for me, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it had that whole 80s, like you did, the repeating thing. Yeah, it was really good.
If this was a TV show, Battle Brick Road, I would watch
Did you
it.
say Battle Dick Road?
That's what I thought he said.
Hey.
Battle Brick
Oh
Road.
my God.
Battle Bick Road.
I would watch it just for the title. I love that title.
It is a great
Thank
title.
you.
Agreed.
Thank you. It almost wasn't that title. It's so crazy. It was almost just Operation Zephyr, which just is retarded.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe like, well, why? And you're like, because
it just doesn't tell me anything, but Battle Brick Road does.
Yeah. We got to the point where it was time to launch the book, and I was like, this title does not sound right. Doesn't have a good punch to it. And I had
we
a
have
whole
a
list
lot
of
of title problems in
Yeah,
Comicsgate.
yeah. Titles are very important. It's one of the. It has to punch you right in the dick. It has to just be perfect. It does.
Billy, this is a guy you want to depend on who's thinking.
I know. Now I'm having second thoughts. But then again, who am I? Know all my titles had Japanese names and nobody could pronounce them. So we're done with that.
So I corrected it though. It's a good thing.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, the thing about the only disadvantage with some of the She books is I get them confused.
I know.
Like, they're Japanese titles that don't mean anything to me. So I'm like Senryaku, and then they're like, a bunch of other different ones that I.
Well, Senryaku was an old one. That's that was that we had to keep that.
Yeah.
So we'll but for the new ones from now on, we have She Battleship Islands coming up. She Gate Crasher.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool names like that.
Yeah. Battlebrick Road 2 is available right now on battlebrickroad.com. I think it's also on Indiegogo. I could be wrong.
Nope.
Is it? No, it's only here.
Nope, just here. Yep.
Okay.
We'll go to other funding platforms in the future, but launching everything right now on our own, avoiding all of the shady business practices that the corporate crowdfunders like to pull.
That's for sure. I wish I understood what was going on over there.
Yes.
It's so weird. People talk about it and everybody's like trying to figure out what the reason for all of this is. Like, why shadow ban something, shadow ban other things? Like, are we breaking rules? Nobody will answer any questions. Everybody's got a theory. I really don't know, And by the way, when you ask, they dummy up real quick. They go, how can we help you? Hey, it's me, Shannon at Indiegogo. What's wrong, Ethan? How are you? Hey, how come you're shadow banning all of my friends, you bitch?
Yeah.
And then suddenly they don't want to answer me anymore.
I don't know what's wrong.
Maybe it
We
was
never
your
get
phone.
emails from them. Do you guys get emails from them? How they can help? They don't do that to us.
Oh yeah, they're always like, "Hey, we
did
can."
when it was Joel.
Let us help promote your book, Aaron, and blah blah blah. I go, okay, you can do that by stop shadow banning me. Would be nice.
Yeah, and then that's it. Then they just
Yep,
kind of
and then you don't hear anything.
All right, so Battlebrick Road 2, everyone, back it today, and reserve your copy. It's just a beautiful comic book. Be a part of the story. You can get issues 1 and 2 here, and also apparently there's some free shipping. What are you, nuts?
No, there's no free shipping. If you order a second time, for anybody that is back to book and like, oh, I wanted to get another copy or a different cover. If they back again, they can enter free shipping, and it just goes into the same order, so you don't have to get charged twice. It's gonna ship all together anyways. So,
right.
Beautiful. Cyberfrog Electric Blue action figure campaign, I think, is closed now. Let me just refresh. We closed it down last night, but I'm not sure if they... no, it's still alive. All right, so if you want to back Cyberfrog action figures, you've got a few minutes probably to do it. They'll probably close it out at midnight tonight. I don't know how Indiegogo works, but we closed it last night. Still taking backers. So if you want to get action figures at this price, now is your last chance, and thanks everybody for supporting it. Also, Cyberfrog Dark Harvest. Look, we're so close to 290,000. It's almost fire tonight. It's almost like fire tonight, everyone. Back Cyberfrog Dark Harvest. Get the Diary of Heather Swain volume, or cover A or cover B. They're available here. And of course, you're going to need a copy of Dark Harvest. It's an important story. People say, do I need it to go on to issue 3? No, but it's like if you do get Dark Harvest and read it going into Cyberfrog 3, you're going to be armed with a lot of information that's going to help you to understand that there's some bullshit going on. So that's, that's important. Hold on. Trey Chester says, Ethan, please don't raise prices, toy prices until after Christmas. Trey, after Christmas. So Cyberfrog Monday, there's going to be a special, one really nice special opportunity for toy backers because it's Cyberfrog Monday. All right, so very good. If you buy it, Ava will get slightly more food before he eats it all, says Snake. Just endless with the... I think I might have to actually lose weight for real. Here's some good news. Lex Luthor looks pretty good. Superman Legacy, Nicholas Hoult lands role of Lex Luthor. He looks okay.
Yeah.
A little young.
Wasn't he the Beast?
Yeah.
In one of those.
Yeah, he was Hank McCoy. Yep.
Yeah, and he was just in that Nicolas Cage movie where Cage was a Dracula. Oh, Renfield, right?
Yeah.
But here's a more important story. Headless, armless body found on beach, maybe remains of Emmy-winning filmmaker Ross McDonald.
What?
Yeah,
wow.
Listen,
What? At first I thought it said Oh my God.
Yeah, Rosie McDonald.
Yeah.
Rosie
Then I would have
O'Donnell.
been like, oh, is this good news?
The headless, armless body of Rosie O'Donnell.
Is this like that? Is this like that colorful?
I can dream.
Is that like that colorist that you met Ethan and then ended up in the trash can, like cut into pieces?
That was a hell of a story.
What the?
Yeah, so yeah, I remember this guy. So he was like a colorist on Silverhawks, I think it was, or Transform. He's on like one of these, Marvel, Hasbro properties that he's coloring the comic book of in the 1980s. And I'm sitting there with Billy Tucci in line. Billy Tucci, and Darwin Cook in line to get somewhere. I can't remember what, at MegaCon in Orlando back in like 2005 or so. And this guy comes up to me and he's like skeletal. And Billy will remember this.
Yeah, man, I remember that.
I mean, he's yellow, like he's really, and his teeth are like fucked up beyond, like meth teeth.
He was
like,
wasn't he hanging out with us?
Yeah, he was hanging out with us, and
around
I was like,
it, hanging around it. Yeah,
I was like, nice, move along, Buster. Kind of, because he was really scary looking. And anyway, he was just like, yeah, man, I would love to color your stuff, man, and all this. I was like, okay. Well, like a week later, this guy was like brokety broke. So a week later, he bought a lottery ticket. He won $500,000. And Billy, this is incredible, isn't it? And the junkies that he was hanging out with murdered him for the lottery ticket, and cut his body up into a bunch of pieces and put him in a dumpster. So it was really strange,
because he was so weird, man, and you could just see like
Don't do drugs, kids.
yeah, that he was look at this Emmy winning filmmaker. I think I remember him telling us about that, and we were like, "Holy shit!" Whatever.
I don't know. All right, so headless, armless body found on beach. Maybe okay. So what did this guy do?
Is this him? Is this the guy?
No, this just happened. Yeah, this
reminded
reminded us.
All right,
of
forgive me. Okay, because I'm like, yeah, I don't remember. It's kind of weird.
All right, so Emmy-winning Irish filmmaker Ross McDonald, 44. Police have not publicly confirmed or denied. You know what? It's definitely his wife, right? Did his wife chop his head off? McDonald's friends reportedly later found some of his clothes on the beach. They thought he might have gone swimming. Police source told the New York Daily News they believe the body was dismembered by the sharp rocks.
Great white. This is like Jaws 2, man. That's what this is.
Is this a shark?
Oh my God.
McDonald has been missing since November 4th when he went for a bike ride in his Bedford-Stuyvesant neighborhood. I pronounce that horribly.
Stuyvesant, Bed-Stuy.
His bike was later found locked up at Fort Tilton Beach in Queens. That's a mile or two away from Breezy Point Beach, where the headless and armless body was found on Friday. Wow, so they think that the rocks did it. Not uncommon.
You know what Matt Hooper says? This was no rock accident. And it wasn't Jack the Ripper. It was a shark.
Oh boy.
With a
Headless
mouth.
body found in a topless bar. So
this big.
What do you think about this?
This is disgustingly weird.
Murder.
Oh, it's absolutely.
All right. It's not uncommon with the churning current and the rocks for this to happen, source told the outlet.
Wait a minute. They found other people that were like headless and
other
armless?
headless.
Right. I mean, can't they tell by how clean the cuts are and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I mean, they can get so deep down to like, it was done with this type of knife. And this, they're like, looks like the rocks maybe. I don't know.
Well, this is what happens when you get to phone the police.
Does he have any connection to the Clintons or the Obamas?
Yeah.
Is he a former chef?
Yes.
Epstein Island.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, he does, because his documentary was about Elian Gonzalez. Oh shit!
The kid,
yeah,
Clinton.
Oh boy, here we go.
And he was working on a documentary about COVID called The First Wave.
Oh,
boy! Oh, here we go.
Well, my question is, what's with the inset panel on the left? This chick celebrating is
celebrating. Yeah,
she's very happy about it. She's like, "Hell yeah, we cut his head off and his arms off,
but we left his dick intact."
Big dick energy.
I don't know. It sounds like a well thought out murder plot that they threw him in there so people would assume that he got ripped apart by the rocks because it's happened before.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you think it was
get Columbo on the case?
Well, considering the films he was working on, wouldn't surprise me a bit.
Yeah.
Are you saying that people have been dismembered by those rocks?
That's what they're saying.
I find that I'm skeptical.
Yeah, something's fishy here.
Something is fishy when a body is found on the beach. Let me see here.
To shore in Queens. Police now suspect it's that of an Emmy-winning filmmaker named Ross McDonald.
Look at him.
They believe he drowned while swimming, and his body became dismembered in the ocean.
Sure.
His head and his hands, so you can't do his fingerprints to identify him.
His teeth were all banged out. Oh, they didn't find his head. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of his identifying features.
It's a mob hit.
And this is what happens when you defund the police. All the cops have left New York, right? All the detectives, all the other cops are like, "What do you think of this?" Like, yeah, the rocks.
It was a rock. Yeah,
it's definitely the rock.
I got advice from a social worker.
Yeah. I got a dinner date. It was definitely the rocks. Got to go.
This is great.
Yeah.
McDonald was originally from Ireland, but lived in Brooklyn. He was last seen more than 2 weeks ago. The remains washed up on Breezy Point Beach on Friday.
Nice.
That's weird.
So there you go, guys.
Leo just saying torso. So they're not.
Leo
usually,
Schultz
if it's a torso, it's just waist up. That doesn't include the legs, or they would reference it differently. I thought.
Right.
Leo Schultz in the chat says that the Rocks also stole his wallet.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right, so they're saying it's suicide. Let me see. Let me double check.
It's suicide.
The Rocks kill like the mafia. It's good.
Oh no, they're not saying that. They're not saying that. McDonald's suicide scenario unlikely. Oh wait, what is this? This is from the year 2000. This is a total different McDonald. I wish Shane was here because I keep saying McDonald's and it makes me want to send him
something.
Fish sandwiches.
Yeah, send him some fish sandwiches. Yeah, it could have been a suicide, I guess, but mafia or the Russian mob, the Rocks dismembered him. I guess possibly.
Yeah, see, that part doesn't make any sense.
But not his feet. So his feet are fine.
Well, that's the thing. Like they'll find like dismembered feet that wash up on shore all the time. So that happens.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's the part the shark doesn't eat.
Yeah, they don't even
Feet
shoes.
don't slide in.
Yeah, the shoes
Even a
wash
shark
up.
is
There's
like,
still feet
oh,
inside them.
feet, gross.
That's some nasty ass. You must have some nasty ass feet if a shark won't even eat
Right.
you.
The guy in Jaws, right, that was trying to help those kids tie the knot.
Yeah.
You know, you saw the leg with the tennis shoe float to the bottom after he bit it off.
They only eat organic.
That's true.
Yeah, he had no arms or legs. He's floating around in the water, and they go, "Who was that?" And they go, "His name's Bob." Right? So.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
Thank you.
I don't know what's up, man. This is shocking news. McDonald's fillet a filmmaker. Studio. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Where is Shane Davis? We got to send him a little fillet. This is probably would make him kind of hungry if he were here. I don't want to allow ads. All right, Los Angeles Times has an article too, but I can't look at it. It's making me subscribe to the Los Angeles Times, which I swore I would never ever do. The bottom feeder eat the body, and the tennis shoes float, so the feet come up and wash onto the shore. Says Ronald Shaw.
Sounds like he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, speaking from experience.
Yeah. Are you in New York by any chance?
Yeah, I don't want to accuse anyone. All right, so what else is going on? So we got death and dismemberment everywhere we look. And at the same time, we have Mike Barron sent me this, which I really appreciate. Florida Man versus versus Hogzilla is the new book from Mike Barron. Look at this.
Yeah,
that's Christmas right there.
Yep.
Brilliant.
There is a creature in the swamps
Fake.
who has survived thousands of years
Fake.
of evolution. It
Real.
lives
Real.
to destroy. A mindless, eating machine. The beast they call Hogzilla.
After his latest get-rich scheme goes sideways, Gary Duba, the quintessential Florida man, ends up with a stash of somebody's high-end memorabilia. His gal Crystal is on probation and preparing for the fight of her life, squaring off against Australia's Queen of Combat. Delilah's got her back in training, staying off rich foods and the nose candy. Meanwhile, Gary and his best friend Floyd have been hired to wrangle a massive, abnormally aggressive feral hog that's terrorizing the swamp and wrecking Gary's old neighborhood. Can they bag the elusive monster swine without destroying the Sunshine State? Reserve your copy of Florida Man vs. Hogzilla. Available on Indiegogo.
Florida Man versus
We're bringing
Hogzilla.
back funny books, y'all.
Wow, what a great ad.
It's
What a
so
terrific
great.
Dude, I am so looking forward to that.
Amazing.
Well done, Mike Barron. Well done.
Yep.
Amber Heard completely cut out of new Aquaman in the Lost Kingdom trailer amid claims her role was reduced after a bombshell trial with Johnny Depp. So,
yep, it's true. She's not in it.
Amber Heard completely cut out a new Aquaman in Lost Kingdom trailer amid her claims. The actress 37, who had a blink and you'll miss it appearance as Mera in the film's first trailer, released in September, is nowhere to be seen in the latest trailer for the film, set for release on December 20th, 2023. Heard plays the daughter of King Naruis, who can control water with her mind. Why would you want to do that?
Wait a second. Never mind.
What? How is
I
it
thought
a
it said
power to...
the king of Naruis, the king controls water with her mind, but I think it's just written weird.
Oh, Heard plays the daughter who can control... Oh, the king can't. She can. She can control water with her mind.
Could she theoretically rip a guy's head and arms off with her mind if he was in the water?
Sure.
Well, they cut her out of the film. They could have cut off her head and arms.
Yeah.
Could she keep a baby in utero well past 9 months by controlling a woman's water? Like, she's like, oh no, my water's breaking. No, it isn't. No, it isn't, bitch. You're going to be pregnant for 12 months, bitch. What else could she do with her control of water?
Mommy, I gotta go to the bathroom. Pull over. Find a restroom. No, you don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll keep the urine. I'm going to keep your urine in your bladder, so you don't have to go potty. I guess it could be a useful power, you know. Heard plays the daughter. All right, so she can communicate with other Atlanteans telepathically, and she becomes Aquaman's wife. The action in the clip starts with Momoa on a voiceover duties, explaining that Aquaman has swapped his aquatic fighting skills for fatherhood, for now at least. But it seems as though daddy duty won't last long, as he also doubles up as King of Atlantis, which involves battling against a new set of villains. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't look bad there.
Yeah, this woman can
She's
defecate in
hot.
my bed anytime.
Yeah, she's hot. I mean, even with the crazy, definitely a wood. That's for sure.
Yeah. She's like, I'm controlling your water right now, Billy. All right, so there he is. Who cares? Meanwhile, Nicole Kidman returns as Atlanta, Arthur's mother, former Queen of Atlantis. How does she feel about being a grown man's mother now, like in movies? You gotta just roll with that, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially after that quality work she had done on her face.
Yeah. Oh my God, she looks like a monstrous.
Terrible.
Why do you do that, ladies? You know what? I mean, the thing is, it never works because you're never satisfied. It'd be one thing if you're like, I'm just going to get a little nip and tuck here.
Can you do like a before and after?
No, I don't want to do that to this poor woman.
Yeah, it's just click on that Caitlyn Jenner.
Picture
before and after.
Yeah.
It never works. Like, this is what drives me nuts about that. Like, you look at other women and you go, holy shit, look at she's had a little work done. Now I'm going to go do it because it's going to work for me.
I'm going to be the exception.
I don't understand, man. Why are women like this? Why are all women the same and they're exactly like this?
Well, some dudes do it. Hollywood dudes do it too. Remember Roy Scheider?
Oh, yeah. He got some work done, poor Roy.
Yeah, he looked like the Joker.
Did he? Oh, wow.
Yeah, it just strikes me.
It's like Mickey Rourke as well.
Oh,
Mickey
yeah.
Rourke
Mickey Rourke is a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? It's going to work when I do it.
It'll finally be the right one.
Yeah, like they didn't get it right. It's like communism. It's a nice idea. Like it could work. It just hasn't worked yet.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, just give me a chance. All right. Last month, Aquaman 2 beset by more drama after Heard's bombshell therapy documents allege co-star Momoa purposely dressed like Johnny Depp and pushed to have her fired from the film.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's a psyop. Like, wait, you're dressing like Johnny. You're dressing like my ex.
I heard she quit because the producers pledged her salary and didn't actually.
What?
Oh
my God!
Hey, don't
This
give
is just terrible.
any ideas.
How could anybody be this cruel to this beautiful woman?
Mm-hmm.
Heard will return as Mary Aquaman Lost Kingdom stuff for release after previously claiming her highly publicized court case with ex-Depp didn't last year that she fought really hard to stay in the movie, but that they didn't want to include me in the film and her scenes were cut. Okay. Jason said he wanted me fired. Jason drunk, late on set, dressing like Johnny. He even has all the rings. This woman's crazy. This woman is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's been legally established.
Yeah, court of law.
Representatives from Momoa, and I need you guys to do this for me, please. I need you all to be representatives of me. You will say, Ethan Van Sciver conducted himself in a professional manner at all times on YouTube and on Twitter. That's whenever anybody accuses me of anything, that's what you need to say. And then say Ethan works his ass off. Yeah, he likes to have a beer once in a while like everybody, but he doesn't show up drunk to YouTube. And he isn't dressing like Johnny Depp. He is always dressed in that bohemian style. Make sure that you point that out.
Maybe.
Is that you've always dressed in that bohemian style? Okay.
Yeah, just say that to people and that'll confuse
So
them.
if we all repeat that phrase and use bohemian style, wouldn't that be a little?
I mean, it might sound like talking points, but like, you got to stay on message, guys, when it comes to defending me.
Yeah.
You just stay on message. Be like, no.
Right.
Ethan has always dressed in that bohemian style. So
He's always
that's not what I'm
conducted
talking
himself
about.
professionally.
Yeah.
And bohemian style, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He's always
That's all-
conducted himself in a bohemian style.
No, not conducted myself in a professional manner at all times on YouTube and Lost Kingdom. And then you can go on to say, Ethan works his ass off. Sure, he likes to have a beer once in a while like everyone else, but he doesn't show up drunk to YouTube.
Ethan's ass is a bohemian style, and he,
no,
Wait, Gary.
We're gonna have to
it
go
all
in
up.
overtime on this one.
I'm confused.
Somebody needs to type this down for Gary. So
that's right.
Talking
Needs the
points,
transcript.
stick to the talking points.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
Otherwise, you
send
go
me
off the rails.
Don't worry, we'll have flashcards made up.
Okay.
There it is.
Perfect.
This young lady. I don't know how anybody could hate Amber Heard. Look at her.
She looks
are they supposed to be
fantastic.
underwater? How come their hair's not floating?
They like make a bubble.
No, they're inside like a
Oh,
air pocket or some shit. It's from the first movie.
Do they like towel off or anything? I mean, like, or they just sit there sopping wet?
They just sit there and drip and talk.
Right.
All
They're
right, so
dry.
this is big news. Amber Heard being denied getting to be in the trailer. Eric, what are your thoughts about that? How does that make you feel? How is that going to change your Thanksgiving? Will it change your Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving just got 10 times better. No, I don't know. I think I watched the first Aquaman. I didn't know who Amber Heard was until like a year ago. So I'm not going to see this one. I haven't watched a superhero movie in 3 years.
3 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I think that's healthy
Maybe 2.
somehow.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
with you, man. Same thing. I think the last superhero movie I saw was the Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah.
I didn't even
Turn
see
me
it.
off. Turn me off.
Yeah, I can't get through one. I tried to watch the Batman. I was like, I got 20 minutes into it. I was like, yeah, this is fine, but that's enough. You know what I mean? It's like somebody coming around with like a nice big slab of chocolate, double, triple Death by Chocolate cake. Would you like to taste this, Ethan? Would you like some cake? And I have like 2 bites of it, and I go, yeah, it's really good. But that's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough. And they go, glad you stopped there because the rest of it's made of human excrement.
Oh,
Jeez.
Got arms and
That's the
legs. and
Batman
heads
for
floating
sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So anyway, Amber Heard, Dragon Rage, Crown of what? Crown of Fire by Jimmy Reyes, our friend. Watch this trailer. It's gonna really make you happy.
I need a cool logo like that.
steal that one.
I like Jimmy. Look at this trailer. Jimmy Reyes, Dragon Rage, the Crown of Fire.
Dragali, the true dragon masters. Humans with the rare ability to capture the rage of the dragons, wielding their powers as their own.
Jimmy Reyes. Jimmy Reyes. Jimmy Reyes.
You know what?
Wait a
God bless.
minute.
God
How did
bless.
he get a clip of a real dragon in there?
I don't know.
Gotta know where to look. Jimmy. He knows people.
Yeah.
Jimmy does know people.
He makes me hungry for dragons, though. Like I watch that and I go, oh yeah, like I you know, come to think of it, I haven't read a book about dragons, and I prefer them to be very, very, very angry in whatever literature about dragons I would like to consume. And so, Dragon Rage, the Crown of Fire, I'm just like, damn, that's everything that I want. Jimmy Reyes, of course, fantastic penciler, even better inker, and this is his masterpiece. Gotta let Jimmy do this, okay? Can you people stop fucking with Jimmy and just let him do his god dang comic book?
Let him loose. Get him off.
Free Jimmy? Free Jimmy?
Yeah.
Free Jimmy.
He just wants to draw this, like nipples.
Free the nipple.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't see what's wrong with that. Look how good
Yeah,
this
we
is.
want unfettered Jimmy.
Yeah, the more Jimmy, the better. Everybody agrees with that.
Agreed.
So everybody back. Dragon Rage, Circle of Fire, or Crown of Fire. He's meeting a bunny. Hi, Mr. Bunny Rabbit. That's terrific.
Pretty friendly there.
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy. Like, even though half of his body is like a lizard armor, dragon armor, seems nice. Jimmy Reyes' Dragon Rage, the Crown of Fire, live right now on Indiegogo. Guys, whatever you do, don't come up with a character who's sitting in a wheelchair. If he's going to be a villain. Because representation is everything. Representation matters. You understand? There are people out there that are like, boy, I'm in a wheelchair. I want to look at other people in wheelchairs so I can go,
Look at us.
Yeah, like you got it just as bad as me, pal. Like that's, yeah, I want to, basically that's why representation is important. And nobody who is sitting in a wheelchair or who's in a, Make-A-Wish child's bed. Billy, they have like superheroes now. They have lesbian Spider Woman thing, who's in a wheelchair. And they do that because I know like a lot of lesbians in wheelchairs. A lot of them. They usually put each other there after living with each other for a little while.
Lord.
And they're all comic book readers. Superhero comic book readers.
Did anyone else see the new Barbie commercial where they have a little Barbie in a wheelchair?
No.
What?
Yep.
Wheelchair
Barbie. I think it was a black
Barbie in the movie.
Okay, so they got wheelchair Barbie now. Well, I mean, again, representation is important. You want?
Is it a different Barbie though, or is it? Hey, Barbie's not.
It was a black Barbie.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
So they
I don't
checked
know if that's
all the
right.
boxes.
And overweight.
Ape side of the head.
And crippled Ken.
No, she had
She had
the
a
Barbie.
cardboard sign asking for money.
She should have one of those rascals. They should update it. Not a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Rascal. Overweight.
Oh, she
Fat
was raised
Barbie.
Wheelchairs are so 1990. Come on, Barbie, get with the trends. Get her a rascal.
Doctor Who showrunner Russell T Davies claims Davros's original look, if you're like a Doctor Who fan, was
There's a chicken.
associating disability with evil.
There's
And
a
then he
chicken
makes-
with cheese.
Hold on. What is this? What's going on here? And,
I don't know. I think-
oh, Billy and
Sorry.
you left the, okay.
Sorry.
I was like,
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
All right. Feel free to mute yourself. You know.
Yeah.
Dan Lawless is in the chat, and he says Nancy Kerrigan Barbie.
Nancy Kerrigan Barbie.
Yeah, but you'd have to have what's her face that
With the crowbar Barbie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the crowbar.
What's her name? Lisa.
Oh, yeah, what's
Something
the blonde
Harding. Tanya Harding.
Yeah,
Yeah, Tanya Harding did it,
with the
yeah.
crowbar.
Crowbar. Yeah.
Tanya Harding should
her
be the
henchman.
spirit of the Republican Party in 2024. Like whatever it takes to get it done. You know,
Mhm.
I mean, there's some people who are. Some people. I mean, this is the whole thing. Like the other side is definitely willing to cheat. I think we should too. I think we should kneecap and crowbar. Metaphorically speaking, the other side.
The elephant logo that for Republicans, just add clutching a crowbar.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll all be let's all become Jeff Galooly. You know, just a little Jeff Galooly into your heart. All right, so if you don't think that, by the way, this character that's in a wheelchair, you're associating disability with evil, and that's usually because of Doctor Who. Whenever I see some poor kid in a wheelchair, I'm like, fucking, this kid's the devil.
He's up to no good.
Well, they get the
He's
good
planning
parking
something.
spaces.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a Bond villain in a wheelchair?
Yeah.
Who?
They're just showing their hand because you showed that article about the casting of Lex Luthor, and they cast a white guy,
Oh wow.
associating white guys with evil.
Mm.
Well, that's obvious. Isn't that true?
That's
Aren't
the
we
only
all
time they
evil?
won't race swap.
Why won't they? Why wouldn't they make Lex Luthor a black guy? Like his name even sounds
black
like a black
lesbian.
guy. My name's Lex
Lexi
Luthor Jr. I could do
Because
that.
only white people are evil. That's why.
It's
You
true.
can't argue with science.
Mm-hmm.
And disabled people. And by the way, if you don't agree, you idiot. So the Russell T Davies makes fun of people who disagree. Fans who turned into the recent BBC Children in Need broadcast to catch a glimpse at Doctor Who's upcoming trilogy at 60th anniversary specials may have noticed that the series will soon be making a major change to one of its most iconic antagonists, Davros. First introduced to the series canon in 19... Look at it. Well, I mean, listen. I mean, not all people in wheelchairs look like that. It's a little stereotypical.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not all of them look like that. All right. First introduced to the series, 1975 serial Genesis of the Daleks. One of the defining features of the robotic creature's original creator has forever been his heavily scarred and disfigured appearance, explaining canon as the result of a nuclear attack launched by a group of tall warriors during their war against his own Khaled people. All right. Supplemental episode Destination Skara, which aired November 17th. Villain, as once again portrayed by the character's regular revival-era actor Julian Bleach, was depicted without either his injuries or his signature wheelchair. What the hell? I don't even care about this, and yet I care about this. We all had long conversations about bringing Davros back because he's a fantastic character. I'm sorry, I got to do my lisp. Time and society and culture and taste have moved on. And there's the problem with the old Davros. He's a wheelchair user who's evil. I had problems with that. A lot of us on the production team did too. Associating disability with evil. Trust me, there's a very long tradition of this. There is? Where?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Yeah. Name one more.
Professor X.
Yeah.
Evil. Villain.
Remember Lieutenant Dan and Forrest Gump?
Evil.
Oh, yeah, he was evil. Yeah.
He corrupted Forrest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
They're kind of evil, though. They slow you down when you're going through a grocery store aisle. They're in front of you. You can't get around them.
No, those are not
If you
wheelchairs.
go to
Those are
like
fat
a convention
people.
or something, they slow you down. You can't get around them.
No, those are hover rounds for obese people, obese Americans.
Oh,
those are
never mind.
wheelchairs. It's a different situation entirely.
Nope, you're right. Never mind.
And maybe if you were in a hover round, you are an evil person. I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't really seen any scientific data to associate one with the other. But anyway, this guy says, I'm not blaming people in the past at all, but the world changes. And when the world changes, Doctor Who has to change as well. So we made the choice to bring back Davros without the facial scarring and without the wheelchair, or his support unit, which functions as the wheelchair. So there
There's paragraphs on this wheelchair.
It's retarded. I mean, oh my god. I say, this is how we see Davros now. This is what he looks like. This is 2023. This is our lens. This is our eye. Things used to be black and white, but they're not anymore. Davros used to look like that, and now he looks like this. We're absolutely standing by that. Why did they let these sissies into... Following the airing of this interview, a number of Doctor Who fans took to their Instagram and the showrunner's social media platform of choice to directly express to Davies their disagreement with his rationale. However, rather than ignore or engage
in good faith, there it is. There it is.
Those who disagreed with the argument, Davies instead chose to meet a pair of them with flippant mockery. One user, Roby Gardner, argued, Davros isn't a wheelchair user. He's a partially mutated Khalid in a life support system halfway between Khalid and Dalek. Like, I was perfectly fine seeing Davros pre-accident. I think a lot of fans have wanted to see this for some time. But to insist that this is for better representation of disabled people is just utterly bizarre. If we're going to now pretend, as you suggest, Davros was never in the wheelchair or he just got better, well, that undermines one of the greatest villains who ever existed. Thank you. I'll give this guy a round of applause. That was
updated for modern audiences.
Update. Listen, yeah. No, you guys don't want to applaud this guy's rant, his stupid rant about Doctor Who. None of you do.
Golf clap.
No,
I did.
Yeah, this article almost made Ethan lose his bohemian professionalism.
Almost.
Just about.
Fortunately, when that becomes a risk, this guy comes in. When that becomes a risk, this guy comes in.
You let your tiger out. So, the territory. Many guess it. You let your tiger out.
Wow. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, let that tiger out.
I've been doing that all day. I'm not into Doctor Who, so this is what it is. Just saying.
Why aren't you into Doctor Who? It's like classic British. Oh.
I like the intro. That's about it.
Stop there.
It's British culture, Shane. Aren't you proud of your descendants being from the UK?
My descendants fought them.
I mean, your ancestors, not your descendants, though.
Oh, my ancestors fought them, yeah. I don't know. I mean, Doctor Who's always been kind of wonky to me. I mean, I used to watch it like when I was a kid. I'm not into the new Doctor Who stuff. Plus, they had the female Doctor Who, you know.
I thought it was cheesy when I was a kid. So.
Yeah, it's supposed. That's the charm, right? It's
there
cheesy.
was no female Doctor Who. You just heard me say Doctor Who.
Dr.
That's somebody.
Yeah, that's
right,
I thought there was a female Doctor Who.
No, there was. The new series. Yeah, I had already quit before then. I quit with the old Doctor Who.
Shane Davis, don't you understand?
No, I don't.
The British people have a brave, amazing culture, and they would like you to buy into it. This is a fantasy, Shane, in which violence doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. There is no violence, and so people fight each other with sonic screwdrivers. Because you know what, Shane? Sometimes the real violence, sometimes real fighting is done up here, not here.
Right.
And see, that's the thing that you don't understand.
No, I don't.
You're in there with the ring. You're in there in the ring, kicking the shit out of 12-year-olds with your fists.
I know they had it coming.
Kicking the shit out of 12-year-olds with your mind,
right?
Which is what I do.
Yeah,
all the time.
All right. So who's Doctor Who fans around here?
Raise your hands if you like Doctor Who.
I used to like Doctor Who.
Oh boy, Ethan's gonna burn a bridge with England now. They started it. Some of us have not forgotten the Revolutionary War, sir. Actually, my people fought really hard against the Americans. We did everything we could to push back against the colonies. We did. My people, the Van Skyvers. We were here, like, wearing our little uniforms. Yeah.
One
of
big
my
failure after another.
My great grandfather gave Paul Revere a wedgie,
no.
Yeah, and a swirly. It's terrible.
And that was a lot. That was really bad back then because it just sort of sat there. There was no.
It didn't go down.
They wore that full body
Just a
underwear.
bucket.
Yeah, it was a chamber pot. A swirly in
Knickers.
a chamber pot. Think about it.
Oh,
Shane, Shane, rub your microphone. Rub your microphone. Rub it. Rub it.
Hello.
Greenie.
Greenie's here.
I haven't.
Greenie's here. Everybody rub your microphone.
Oh, Andy.
Imagine
That's not right.
Andy.
All right, now listen. Irene, welcome to the show. It's great to have you. Are you back in the United States?
Yeah, I'm back.
Wonderful.
I've been busy, but I'm back. Yes.
Oh,
Good being
Greenie, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
What?
Oh boy.
No. We're happy to have Rainey back. All right, so Rainey, here's the situation. Apparently, a Doctor Who villain who was in a wheelchair that's not a wheelchair. He's in some kind of life preservative device, which viewers rationalize. They see it as a wheelchair, but it isn't. They've decided this new breed of Doctor Who creators have taken him out of his wheelchair because they think that associates disabled people with evil. Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I associate with evil is this look on his face. Like I go, that's not healthy.
How can we read into everything?
Yeah.
No, right. So condescending.
All right, so this guy said, look, it's not a wheelchair. Like, one fan was like, listen, he's one of the greatest villains of Doctor Who ever. And then this guy, Davies, who is most likely transgender and homosexual of color, said, oh, he's not. He's a white dude. But, look what he's doing.
He's bisexual, though. He's bisexual.
Is he bisexual? Okay, that makes sense to me.
Yeah. He tries to make half the characters bisexual, too.
Davros isn't a wheelchair user. This is the fan. He's partially mutated Khaled in a life support system, halfway between Khaled and Dalek. Okay, enough. He goes, he looks, after the speech, he goes, tough. You gotta be kidding me.
Wait, he's in a how you say it, Dalek?
I think
life support system, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that qualify as being disabled?
Mm-hmm.
You'd think.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's
didn't
the
like
whole
him in
thing.
it.
You don't want a disabled person to be evil. You know.
Why not?
God.
I mean, seriously, why not? Like, I mean, disabled people may be resentful. That could breed evil in them.
Yep.
You know, like
That's the logical thinking, Shane. You can't have that now.
come on.
Can't go there.
Look, maybe people taking steps in front of him drives him crazy. He wants to bring everybody down, take away their legs.
Shane, what are you talking about?
Wasn't that character Glass? The M. Shyamalan Ding Dong. Wasn't he in a
Evil.
wheelchair?
Evil in a wheelchair.
Yeah, evil.
Let's think of some more evil people in wheelchairs. What about the kid who does advertisements for St. Jude's Hospital?
That kid. I mean, he's an evil mastermind. Just look at him. He got people calling in, giving money to people. Like, we don't even know if those kids are real.
He's if you give me $300, I'll give you this blanket.
Oh, yeah. He's like 30 years old now.
Yeah.
He is. And he's taller than
got an
Timmy.
arrow over his lip.
Is he evil or no? He's not evil. He's good. He's good. He's
We don't
trying to
know.
raise money for St. Jude's Hospital. Can you think of any more evil people in wheelchairs?
FDR.
Thank you.
There you go.
Well, he did it. He did incarcerate, Japanese Americans. Just Americans of Japanese descent. Executive Order 9066.
He was besties with Stalin.
Mm.
Mm.
And then Stalin fucked us. The world.
Billy.
Oh, Billy.
What about Oracle from DC Comics? Wasn't she evil?
No, she was
a good
benevolent.
guy.
She was a good guy.
Wasn't she
She was
Batgirl?
very bitter though. wasn't
Modoc was
there you go.
he was
Yeah.
needed support.
Yeah, but MODOK makes waterheads look evil. You know what I mean?
It's a cool floating chair, though.
Yeah, that's these waterhead kids are gonna end up working.
How about
for,
Stiltman? Stiltman was evil.
Yeah,
those weren't. Stilts were. He wasn't. He wasn't handicapped at all. It takes.
He should be. Actually, he should be. Cyborg, good guy, handicapped.
I mean, handicapped, I guess, in a way.
What do you mean in a way? 90% of his body's gone. Like, what do you mean in a way? He's handicapped. You think Cyborg hang on, this is a good question. In JLA parking lot, do you think Cyborg gets handicapped parking?
Oh my, Shane, there is no.
Does he even drive? Does he even drive?
You think they drive to work? You think Wonder Woman drives to work?
I think he should get the
Irene,
tag.
will you tell him to shut up, please?
Tag. I think he should get the tag in the rearview mirror.
Oh, I don't want to. No.
Wait, did you just tell Rainey to tell me to shut up?
Yeah, I like the boomerang around and
you
hit
guys
you from behind.
Oh.
Yeah. What a poor sport.
Way to go, Rini. Jeez, thanks a lot.
A lot nicer in here.
I didn't tell him to shut up, and that's why you laughed.
So I get punished for. Oh, I get it. So I'm the bad guy because I told Irene to tell Shane to shut up. I get it. That makes perfect sense. All right, Shane. Just for that, you're not going to know what happens to this Doctor Who showrunner.
Yeah.
Likewise, here we go. Will you be changing the Cybermen so that it doesn't upset our friends with prosthetic libs? Libs, accidental.
God.
Russell T. Davies goes, "Oh, poor baby. Man, what an asshole." Can I just say
These are
what this
real
guy's-
conversations these people are having.
Yeah, it is true.
My goodness.
Yeah, he just mocks. Oh yeah, well, we're gonna hold you to your standard about representation, and he's like, tough luck. Oh, poor baby, please stop crying. Listen, all I did was destroy the thing that you love. Just made it lame and gay. Who cares? Like, oh, what are you gonna piss your diaper now? What do we do with people like this? When I have power, when I become president of Argentina.
Boy, how would that happen?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Who is Javier Milei? How do you pronounce this?
That sounds right. Millet.
Millet.
Milou.
Javier Millet.
Argentina's glorious new far-right president, El Loco, takes the stage.
Yeah,
like
the
into
loser calls him
Wolverine.
El Loco.
Yeah. Well, I call
It looks like Kurt Russell when Kurt Russell was doing that Elvis movie.
2,000 Miles to Graceland.
That's a good
Oh, the
point.
John Carpenter TV movie.
Play him in the
right?
movie.
Yeah.
I think he looks like Bilbo Baggins after he put the ring back on.
Oh, could
Yes.
be. Yeah, I can see that.
Baggins.
Likened to Wolverine and Trump and nicknamed the Madman, the former TV pundit is known for his prolific swearing and pledged to take a chainsaw to the machinery of the state. Somebody took a chainsaw to that movie director, by the way.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Was
Al
not The
Pacino
Rock.
and just like Al Pacino did in the shower to that dude in Scarface.
That's a tough scene to watch.
Yeah, it is.
The case is solved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're sleuthing this case. I think we got some good answers here. We should contact the police and let them know what we've discovered or what we've.
He's got like a little Chuck Barris from the Gong Show. If he had the role of David Bruce Banner in the Hulk TV show when he was turning. That's the first step.
as the Hulk.
There it is.
Turismo y Deporte, afuera. Ministerio de Cultura, afuera.
Gastar, y gastar, y gastar.
Es un piquetero. Ahí está.
Oh no, he's gonna get killed for sure if he's going after central banks.
Yeah.
He's gonna be dead in a month.
Oh, this is so what? What?
Si no le aflojan al gato,
This is the president of
entonces la
Argentina.
crisis vendrá.
General.
¡Viva la libertad, carajo! Un aplauso grande para Javier.
Wow.
He took off his mask like they didn't know who it was.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't spoil your identity. Wow, they love him over there.
Did all these supporters storm the Capitol right after this?
I don't know.
Is that
You
a
gotta be
real
careful with
chainsaw?
that.
Yeah, he looked like he
Took
took
the
the
chain
chain
off.
off, though, thank God.
Yeah,
Blade
they took
off.
the shade off.
Del Estado que tenemos hoy. Turismo y Deporte, afuera.
Afuera.
Ministerio de Cultura, afuera.
Fuera.
It says MILF.
Does he?
That's what I thought. I'm like, okay. Chainsaw Man is there. Holy shit.
Wow. I think I might want to party with this guy.
Definitely, dude.
Seems like a load of
Better
fun.
do it soon. He's not making it. He's not making it out of November.
Damn.
Boy, it really does feel like 2016 again. You know.
Uh-huh.
Do you guys remember how great 2016 was?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure do.
Shocking. We were laughing on election night. We could not believe it.
Yep.
And it's just the whole year was just full of weird stuff and it's odd victories, you know, for the world. It was really wonderful. You know, it was amazing.
Yep, sure was.
But
Everything you know is false.
Wow, what is this?
Terror brings more terror.
Am I being forced to watch an ad here?
I think it's fair.
I will bring people together.
Yes.
Donald Trump is facing some backlash for a tweet that included the Star of David was retweeted by Trump from an online message board for neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and anti-Semites.
It's a bunch of Irenes.
Hey, they're your
That's
sister.
my family. That's
Come
weird.
on.
How'd they get that footage?
That's wonderful.
It's a family reunion.
I mean, it was just like it became probable. Oh my God, this is how Irene acts. This is like a cultural thing. This is like
It is. Yeah, that's just we're born that way. We can't stop screaming and everything.
It's kind of like Doctor Who villains.
I mean, it's joke, though, a lot of people in Asia really like Trump because it's like they don't really care about political correctness in Asia. They just think, well, economics are important, and he speaks the truth on a lot of important subjects. So who cares if he's polite? It's great.
No. Look at this. It was such a great year. Things are getting better and better all the time in 2016.
Shouldn't be found out by one of my internet people.
Harry Potter.
You know Trump is like Hitler. You're fucking a white male. You're a white man.
How great
What are
this
you,
was.
dumbass?
I was. I mean, I went to the inauguration in Washington D.C. and I was there, like with all this stuff. Like I was right near the screaming SJW girl. No, I was right there.
Oh, really?
Yes, I mean, it was absolutely amazing. I was going around getting into arguments like this, being filmed and stuff. I was at the parties drunk. It was fantastic. It was such a great. Everything just seemed so promising.
Now, I've been so busy the last 6 months since this whole Carl the Cuck thing kicked off. A video and it's since gone so viral. But all I know is we hired him. He's here. He's a great patriot. So it's good to have you on board.
Well, thank you, Alex. It's just great
He's
to
in
be
jail
here.
now. For listeners, because we're on a lot of AM and FM stations, Christian stations, a lot of great people picking it up. They don't know about internet memes or Carl the Cuck or Ace Frehley.
Free him now. If I wake up to Nigel Farage's
Let June the 23rd go down in our history as our Independence Day!
Fred Williamson is boss nigga.
Oh my God.
Cancel. Obama's brother turns on it.
Old Ben Garrison. I've been a fan of this guy for a decade. He's one of the top political cartoonists in
Coming
the world.
2024, guys. It's coming. Can you feel it?
Mr. Trump or someone on his team posted a supporter-made video on their official Twitter on Monday with the message, "Make America Great Again."
The videos get tweeted, came across the ire of one two-time worst company in America, EA, who issued a copyright claim on the video on Twitter and YouTube the video was called Trump Effect. So it's strange because using that VO, it's suggesting that he's Shepard.
A senior communications rep for EA said the video was an unauthorized use of our IP. We do not support our assets being used in political campaigns.
This was the shit.
All right. Let's get out of here, Alex. All right. We gotta continue the show. Hey, man. Nobody wants to.
That meltdown, that young Turk election night video is unbelievable.
So good.
How they started so cocky, remember?
Oh, yeah.
And then as the night went on, they just kept falling apart, get angrier and angrier.
And a question that everyone here should ask.
Are you Canadian?
Do you want your...
Are you Canadian?
Do you...
That's great stuff.
Went on for 5 minutes. Canadian? I want more, Alex. Why God?
And it's reminiscent of the end of the Rubio campaign, right?
I'm talking about propaganda. I'm talking about memes. I'm talking about a full-fledged digital war.
Guys, it just got better and better. Arresting pedophiles.
That looks good, Goblin.
Hold on. What you're saying is,
Weaponizing Pepe's. It's coming again. I'm telling you, 2024 is going to be great. Hold on a second. Shane, you're back. Do I owe you an apology?
No, I went and got some food. Dude, the news cycle is crazy. Because whenever I'm at the gym, like they have like MSNBC and like CNN on and Fox all at the same time. And to watch what's being covered at the same moment is insane. I don't know if you've ever tried watching both channels or three channels
CNN and then Fox. Like, yeah, one will have a big story that is beneficial to their side of the aisle. And then the other one will be, let's make a pizza together. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they'll be deliberately ignoring that story. I do notice that. I don't watch news anymore at all. Fox, CNN, MSNBC, it's all the same.
I can't keep up with his case, but like, is it going good or going bad?
It's gonna none of it matters. It's all a distraction. It's not going to go anywhere. Trump is not going to jail. None of this is it's all just to sort of, and they know that. It's really just you might as well ignore it. It's really just to make people go, he's a criminal. He's a convicted criminal. He was indicted. That's all it is. I think that's my opinion. What do you think, Billy Tucci? Is that correct or incorrect?
I agree. I agree. They're trying to build a narrative again. That's what they're trying to do. Just like when he was president, that they want to create this narrative that goes out there that everyone hated him. So you'll think everyone hated him. Just like if you look at footage of newscasters when Nixon was president and all this stuff, you think everybody hated Nixon. And Nixon was loved, as a president. But I think it's going to matter. I think Biden's in huge trouble, and the Democrats know it. He's in big trouble, especially if you look at the new polls that came out that now Trump is up again consistently. They're no longer using the word outlier, or as Shane had said, it's amazing what they cover, because like the stations aren't covering the polls that don't agree with their narrative. So they're not going to mention how Trump is up. And I mean, look at it, what a farce so much of it is, and everyone knows it's political.
Well,
And,
I saw one headline. I gotta look into it, but they were talking about Hollywood's kind of like pulling back on Biden. Is this a thing happening? Because usually Hollywood's super Democratic.
No, they're gonna swoop somebody else in there.
Oh, they want
Gavin
Gavin
Newsom or
Newsom, I'm
something.
sure.
Yeah.
You know, he's going to get killed in a general election.
Oh,
Devil
yeah,
in a skin suit.
It is a joke.
And he said, you know, and then his Biden saying what a great governor he is and all. It's like, oh my God, just so freaking out of touch. I want to burn the whole thing down. So I'm in for Trump.
Yeah.
I want
me too.
because of this deep state, not the deep state, just big government. And if you look at Donald Trump's one of his very first conversations with a head of state, the Australian prime minister, was leaked. And then after that, so many leaks coming from the White House of his conversations with other leaders, with recordings coming out. You never see that with Biden, not a one.
Oh,
And
no, there's no leaks at all.
They've got to be gone. They're not in the best
You
interest
can only
of the
speak if there's a teleprompter.
Hmm.
That's why there's no leaks.
Yeah. It's
all right, let me see here. We got a couple of things to cover. First of all, Irene Strakowski is with us.
She is.
I'm happy to see her. She has Fiendish Chapter 2.5 available on fundmycomic.com.
Yes.
Irene, what is Fiendish Chapter 2.5, please?
Fiendish 2.5 Survivor is the first standalone one-shot story to the Fiendish series. It follows my main character, Casimir, after his hometown was destroyed and he escaped. And we get to find out a little more about how he grew up after that and the people he encountered. And it's sort of backstory that supplements the main series. It's 25 pages and there's a bunch of extra content. So it's not something that I could tag on to book 2 at the time. And I think this is it worked really well as a separate campaign. And I have a lot of these 0.5 chapters planned. Essentially what they are they add to the main series, even though they're not necessarily in chronological order. But if you read these, you'll understand the main books a lot better. This is drawn by Michael Rushbrook and being colored by Jake, also known as Hyper Wizard in chat. They're doing a bang-up job. I wrote it. I also colored the cover. I'm doing some other art for it. But this is the first time I'm purely the writer, or more or less purely just writing. And I'm really, really proud of this book. And thank you, everybody who has backed this so far. Y'all are great. W.
Incredible. Back Fiendish 2.5 on Fund My Comic, and it's great that you're doing this on Fund My Comic. It's really like very good, patriotic. You know, it's like we got to build this. We got to build Fund My Comic up. You know.
Yeah, they're great. Luke Stone, who has built Fund My Comic from the ground up, he's been awesome. He's been very responsive to any questions. Like, he was great. Doing great customer support from the start. And I don't know if you guys saw it, they just rolled out a bunch of new functionalities. There's, even though it's crowdfunding, there's some things on the back end, and the way the tiers are offered are different than Indiegogo or Kickstarter, but I think that's really good. I think that gives us more versatility. And they just rolled out a bunch of new features, like you can order your tiers and stuff. As a creator running campaigns, I think it's a lot of little fancy things that are still going on, and he listens to feedback. So I just want to talk up Luke Stone because he's awesome. Use Fund My Comic, guys.
He's very accessible. But you can call him up. You know, unlike some of the others where you get silence, you can actually talk to Luke.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, so we got some good news. Everybody back Fiendish Chapter 2.5. Here's the good news. ChatGPT will not copy artist styles. So I guess that's good for Shane, because I was going to replace Shane with a robot.
You know, it's funny. Yanzi said the same thing. But I was like, I got new tricks.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Only one person got that, by the way. That was Rob.
No, I got it.
Thank you, Rob.
She went looking into her nightstand drawer.
There you go. There you go.
Right here.
I don't need no batteries. I mean, come on.
Come on.
All right, let me see. Chat GPT, which I guess is associated with the Doll E3, the Bing version of Doll E3. I mean, I downloaded Doll E and it sucked. Like I couldn't get any good results. But I don't have the newest version that's doing this great stuff. But anyway, they've changed it so that now it's against the rules. Like if you say create an image of a caped crusader in the style of Jim Lee, it refuses now. So that's good. I am unable to create images in the specific style of Jim Lee due to content policy restrictions. However, I can still generate an image of a caped crusader with a general comic book style. If you like, I can create an image of a superhero with features inspired by typical comic book art without replicating the style of a specific artist. Please let me know if you'd like me to proceed with this alternative. No, I want you to copy Irene Strakowski.
What? No, don't do that.
No, I want you to steal from Aaron Lopresti.
What?
And make him irrelevant.
What?
I don't know if you can do that more than
Aaron, this is for your benefit. It's so that your art will live on.
Oh, I see. Good.
Aaron's like, you try
Like
to
a
make
hologram
me
at
more
a
relevant. I bet you can't.
Yeah. All right, let me see here. So it won't do that. Certainly, that part of your request that likely led to a violation of the content policy is the reference to Jim Lee, who is a contemporary artist. Our policy restricts creating images in the style of artists created professionals or studios whose latest work was created after 1912. Jim Lee's work falls well after the cutoff date, hence the inability to generate an image based on his style. I have some questions about your content policy. Could you create an image of Spider-Man if I asked you to? No, I cannot create images of copyrighted characters. Wow, this is great.
Wow.
Well, they can't create anything then. They can't use any artists and they can't use any characters.
Well, you can just say create a bug superhero. A superhero.
Well, this is just Chat GPT. There's a million AI generated.
True.
Websites.
Yeah, but
So.
they're
Create an
moving
image
around.
in
They're
the
moving
superhero
around
style.
legalities. They're
So
moving
here's-
around legalities, and other people are probably going to start moving around these legalities too.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
So is this one of those created images?
Yeah, this is Steve Ditko. It's a Steve Ditko superhero.
Wait a minute. How can they can use Ditko because he's dead?
I don't know. Create an image of a superhero in the style of Steve Ditko. The image of a superhero inspired by the comic book art style of the early 1960s has been created. Please take a moment to view the artwork. So but I mean that's Steve Ditko. Look at the hair. That's Peter Parker's face there.
I saw somewhere there was a date thrown in there that it couldn't do something past 1970 or after 1973.
Yeah, so you could say I need a portrait of Shane Davis in the style of Rembrandt, and they
Right.
can do that.
But has that got to do? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but was that during the Reagan era? Like I don't like. Is there some copyright law? Because Reagan did some copyright law that affects a lot of stuff. Like something happened during his. Anybody know what I'm talking about?
All I know about is the copyright law of 1976 when they
Maybe it was 76. Maybe it's
That's
76.
Jimmy Carter.
So I wonder if they can grab any art reference from 76, and that they can use. Like, I don't know.
Maybe. All right, let me see here. Create an image of Marvel's Iron Man. Nope, can't do that. Here's a futuristic armored superhero inspired by general comic book themes. So it's,
It's
so Shane, you
generic
could just
stuff.
trace this, It's kind of like Iron Man. It looks exactly like Iron Man, really.
The next Iron Man movie, slap some
Well,
red
like
and gold
Austin-
on it, and boom, there you go.
You got a little Ultron in there to mix it up a bit,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like a silver Power Ranger.
Does this make you guys feel better about things?
No.
Nope.
AI is the devil.
It is. This is a Batman that was created. Looks like Bing's free version of Dolly hasn't gotten the artist restriction memo yet, but it'll probably will soon. Bing, draw me Rich Johnson in the style of Rob Liefeld. It says no. I won't do that.
I don't know. Like, has anybody really tried to do like comic pages yet? I've seen some pages, but like, how
I've
is
seen
the
a
AI?
demo,
Has anybody seen good comic pages?
Remember the
I've seen
Batman
any
thing?
comic pages.
Yeah, the
Newer
Batman
otherwise.
thing. Yeah.
Other than that, no, I have not seen anything like that. Not at all. So Who knows? All right, guys, here we go. It's time for the segment that everybody has been waiting for. A lot of people ask me to do this, and I'm like, are you guys kidding or are you being serious? And they go, no, we're serious. We need up-to-date information in this genre, in this world. And I say, oh, okay, I will.
I like it.
Nice.
News. All right, this is fresh. I mean, this is from today. Baboon mummy DNA from ancient Egypt reveals location of a mysterious port city not on any maps.
Oh, cool.
What?
Ooh, what?
Who's a baboon?
DNA reveals a location of a city?
How? Yeah.
Yeah, it seems weird, right? But first, my sponsors, TheraBreath, Dennis formulated fresh breath. All right. New DNA study suggests the lost realm of Punt and the port of the city of Adulis may have been in the same place, separated by time. Ancient Egyptians traded with people in what is today coastal Eritrea to bring baboons to their temples, according to a new study of baboon mummy DNA. Ancient Egyptians, they love baboons, which is why they associated with the god Babi, the god of the underworld, and the deity Thoth, or Toth. That's Thor's, Conan's enemy, right?
Thoth-Amon.
Alex Toth.
Who was sometimes depicted with the head of a baboon. They keep the monkeys. Aaron, sometimes we depict you with the head of a baboon.
I've heard that.
They kept the monkeys in captivity, removing their sharp incisors, which is what happened here, so that they would be less dangerous, and often mummified them as offerings to the gods. But as far as anyone can tell, baboons have never naturally occurred in Egypt. There were these stories that they got them from Punt, this fabled, mysterious land. All right. Though Punt was mentioned, look at this mummy. Look at this mummy of a baboon.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's so weird. I didn't know they did that.
Wild.
Imagine being Indiana Jones and like peeling back and there's a baboon head in there.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, damn it.
The mummified cats, but I didn't know about baboons.
All right, so Punt was mentioned in ancient Egyptian documents. It was never identifiable on a map. In 2020, Nathaniel Dominy, a primatologist at Dartmouth College, used molecules from ancient baboon mummy teeth to reveal the baboons' diets in early life. He found that they came from a region encompassing modern-day Somalia, Eritrea, and Ethiopia. The baboons in that study dated back to Egypt's New Kingdom between 1550 BC. That was way before Jesus.
Yeah,
and 1070 before Jesus.
You know, I got one question. You think like when these monkeys they worshipped flung shit, you think they thought that was a deity flinging shit?
Yes,
it was a blessing.
Like, so would that be a good
As
thing?
manna.
Yeah, if the monkey hit you in the face with a pile of shit, was that like you were the chosen? Like what? I mean, there's a lot of questions here.
I have been chosen.
All right. So
what if you hit a second time?
If you've been hit twice,
Monkey poo never strikes twice. The same
win a
place.
lottery if that happens.
Oh, this is fascinating. Let's delve into this some more.
It was the first hard evidence for the location of Punt. Okay. Now Kopp and her colleagues, including Dominy, have narrowed that location down using DNA evidence. In a study published September 28th in the journal eLife, they managed to extract DNA from a mummified baboon dating to between 800 BC and 540 BC. And then they compared that DNA to the genetics of 14 baboons from the 19th and 20th centuries whose origins were known. DNA can give more specific geographic locations than the previous method of discerning diet. Many baboons were captive bred in Egypt, and diet can't reveal anything about their ancestry. DNA, on the other hand, well, it can. Researchers attempted to extract DNA from 10 baboon mummies, but ancient DNA is fragile, so only one mummy sample was usable. Still, it told an interesting tale. The baboon was most closely related to populations from what is today coastal Eritrea. Now, where is that? Does anybody know what Eritrea is?
Never even heard of it.
Somewhere in Africa?
Somalia?
Close to Egypt, maybe? I don't know.
Kelraiser in the chat is on to something. He says that's where the origin of holy shit comes from.
Yeah.
Eritrea is, well, I mean, it's a city, it's a country in East Africa. This is what it looks like. So apparently,
a little more. Well, there you go. That's what I was expecting. Some of those buildings were a little bit more modern than I was expecting.
Yeah, I know. I was expecting them to be built.
Djibouti.
Where is Djibouti?
Where all the military bases are.
I think it's right around your butt.
Yeah, why do I have the feeling that isn't the first time you've uttered those words?
That's funny. All right, Djibouti. So anyway, so that's very good. There's this, it's close to this ancient port of Adulis. There are historical records from around 300 BC and later that mention Adulis as the place where Egyptian traders traveled as the center of the trade in the wild animals. The baboon DNA pushes back the first evidence of trade with Adulis at least a couple of centuries. It also suggests that Adulis and Punt might have been basically the same place. So there you go, two different. And we learned this from baboons, baboon mummies. Look at this llama mummy.
Jesus. Llama mummy. Oh.
Llama mummy.
Llama mummy.
Very cute. All right. Anyway, so that's fantastic, wonderful. I know you guys feel like you learned something, and that is.
That's
great. I wasn't aware of this new segment. I like it.
Very informative.
Good stuff.
Yes.
I want to thank everybody for being here. We did almost 3 hours. It's wonderful. Thank you for joining us.
Is John
Shane
not
is
around?
good. No, I don't know where John is tonight. It is 10. I think
He's in Djibouti.
I'll fire up Post Kings.
Post Kings is going to be Shane Davis' channel. Everyone remember to back Eric Weathers' Battlebrick Road 2. Back Rainey's Fantastic Fiendish Chapter 2.5. Back Andy Smith's Nice and Tight Pencils. Let me see. Back Rob Hunter's Death Raider.
Thank you.
Gary Martin's sketchbook. We got to talk about your sketchbook, which is what is it? Gary Martin's sketchbook. How could I forget?
Gary Martin.
Yeah, the incredible Gary Martin. Gary, are you for hire these days?
I'm always for hire.
Okay.
That's the first thing you learn as a freelancer is never turn down a gig.
True.
Okay, so Gary Martin has an incredible sketch. We're doing a lot of sketchbooks.
Also on my comic.
Yes, indeed. Fun My Comic has Brush with Destiny, the ink art of Gary Martin here, which is what we were looking at earlier in the broadcast.
God, that's so nice.
It's amazing. This is done with the human hand.
Mm-hmm.
Like Gary doesn't cheat. Like he's not like John Malin. Like John uses all kinds of like technology and stuff like this. Gary Martin just sits down with a pen and a piece of paper and it's just a brush. Wow, a brush.
That's a brush. No,
this is a pen.
Yeah, it is.
Even
That's
the
rough.
hatching?
Yeah. I cross hatch with the brush.
You
What
sick
kind of
bastard.
what do you use? Do you use brush pen or
No,
or
just
like
No. Come on, Rini. Us old guys use real tools that you dip in ink.
I know.
Yeah, it's not like John Malin, who does not show up, and also, uses computers and technology, things like that. Meanwhile, we've got guys like Gary Martin who just get down and dirty with, brush, little ink, little paper. Amazing, just really fantastic. So you can enjoy. So good, just so good. And by the way, not afraid of a little ink spatter.
Oh, yep.
That's right.
You get the old toothbrush out when he needs it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, John Malin has some kind of problem with ink spatter. He says it's all
Yeah. He says there's two artists he accepts it from. One, Mart Texera. Who is the other one?
Isn't it
Me. No. It's me. Yeah, I'm okay.
Oh.
Yeah. I get a pass for some reason.
That's right.
So everybody back brush with Destiny, the ink art of Gary Martin. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. Appreciate you all. Comicsgate Kings, how much fun is this? We learned a little something tonight. Have a happy Thanksgiving, all of you in the chat.
Yes.
Happy Thanksgiving.
And I got to tell you,
Happy
Ethan, I got to tell you, in the spirit of the great Renzini, that mummy news was interesting.
Yes, it was. I hope we see more.
He's going to be up all night now, doing a deeper dive.
Yeah,
Alec Baldwin, interesting.
I won't look at a baboon the same way again.
No. Well, the thing about it is,
You'll
there's
kill
always,
Neo and pray to it.
There's always
The
mummy
baboon.
news, and it is always interesting. All right, everybody, you're all dismissed. Comicsgate Post Kangs is on Shane Davis's channel tonight. Go over there, and we will see you next week. Have a great holiday weekend with your families. Take care.
That's right.
Heil, honey.
Heil, honey.
Heil, honey.
Heil, honey.
Heil, honey.
Hello.
I'm home. Heil, honey.
Heil, honey.
Smile, honey. Because I'm home. Gee, it's great to be Top Gun, but it's nothing like the fun that I get when I say Heil, honey, I am home. Heil, honey.
Heil, honey.
Smile, honey. Gee, it's great to be back. Heil, honey, I'm home.
Fucking quiz!
Come on, it be the same cats that wouldn't listen to my demo. Now I want their ass in my limo, cause now I'm a sex symbol. Intercontinental, LA airplay, just like Jay Leno. Now all the labels out wanna send a memo to do a remix, y'all, but may say NO. Figure once I make it, they'll fake it. And ain't nobody show me love when I was naked. And when they threw my tape in the trash, I laugh. Now nigga tape on blast, I laugh. Figure as days pass, make more cash, and I push everything from me to H class. 4 years ago I couldn't go to a show. I was standing on the corner selling dope for dough. Now I no longer hope I blow. Smoke my dro on a yacht, nigga, fuck a boat that roll.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jordan B. Peterson, and you're watching Ethan Van Sciver, comic book artist extraordinaire and illustrator of my book, 12 Rules for Life, An Antidote to Chaos, on Comic Artist Pro Secrets. Bye-bye.
Nose all running, fast no bunny. Take it to the crib, make a drink coming. I'm from the hood, I ain't never did this, but now I can say that I done it. Cocaine
can't blame. That's my dog. I called them up to house this slut. We gon' fuck her in the back of the bus and fill her nose up full of that dust. 3-6 Mafia, while on tour, whooping these niggas and fucking these whores. In the bathroom about 2 whole hours, getting real high, passed out on the floor. Fuck that shit, niggas on the frame. Take a 1-1, back in the game, back on the street, back on the strip, looking for a freak to run a train.
What your boy doing with that weed? Where your boy going with that shit? Begging like a little kid. Get a little homie a little bit. I ain't no smoke, yeah I smoke. She fan on that endo-dope. Hip a time better, we make cheddar. All the haters get no road.
Half on the sack, on some blow. Half on the sack, half on the sack, on some blow. Half on the sack, half on the sack, on some blow. Half on the sack, half on the sack, on some bring that drum and play the beat. Half on the sack.
Hi, it's me again. 666 people still watching. Gotta wait, gotta get the numbers down before I come back. Gotta just want the elite in here, the people who believe. Want the people who believe. I'm here for to read super chats. How do you like that? Didn't get to read them all. I always feel bad reading super chats because I got a bunch of people in there that are like busy professionals, and I'm like, let's just do the stories. Let's have fun. We'll get in there and read these super chats. David L says, read super chats, fatty, for $2. I appreciate it. Laserbeam Hawkins says, hail CG Kings and Queen, Uncle E. Have all the EB Electric Blue Cyberfrogs and Forger Vespas shipped out yet? No. I still haven't gotten mine. We're shipping them. Today a bunch of stuff went out. I don't know if they got into too many Electric Blues yet, but they will. David L says, Rainey, can you get Fiendish Book 1 and 2 in this campaign? I messed up the last campaign, forgot to back it. I was disappointed in myself for not backing. Irene's gone. I think you can, though. I think she makes sure to put all the books in every campaign. Irene, do you and your friends join together to make Voltron? Says Chris Topher. Asking an Asian, kind of a racist question. Most Asian people are in teams, and they fly robots, and they, from what I can see, they join together to form a bigger robot. Feels like a nice night to ask for a little attention for my book. Sign up as live for Wrecked, A Cruel Beginning. Amazing art on the way from C. Thomas Anderson, Irene, The Wandering Comicsgate King, and more. Thank you. Down goes Solo for $10. David L. says, Rainey is better than Irene. New Argentina president looks like a late 60s Bond villain, says J. Obama fan. Ellis Boomer says, good to see you back here, Irene. Ethan was crying last night thinking you were mad at him. Yeah, I was like, why? Why would she be mad at me? But there might be a reason. There's a little dirtworm stuff going on behind the scenes. It's not Irene's, it's not her fault. Shadows Pawn says, EVS, I ran into Preston Poulter at a gaming convention last weekend. I didn't know who he was until after the fact, but he utterly creeped me out. Yeah, he's a weird guy. Jay Bomafan says, award-winning post-Kings with Shane Davis tonight. I think he took the reins for that. Yeah, so he's over there doing that now. Mike Ortigo says, can a creator be liberal but not woke? Yes. You know, I mean, it's hard to not be... at this point, it's like the Overton window has shifted so much that conservatives are kind of liberal. Yeah, of course. Woke is a very specific, poisonous kind of thing where you're obsessed with identity politics. McDonald's fillet a filmmaker is the funniest thing ever. And then we got Ruled of Suicide. I don't know. I'm not sure about. I mean, I think you were joking about that, but I think that's a reasonable conclusion when people are saying that his body was dismembered from bashing on the rocks. Carson Dev says, my action figure supposedly shipped on the 11th, but UPS says it hasn't gotten the package yet. Should I email Andrea? Yeah, go ahead. cyberfroghelp@gmail.com if you have any questions all the time. Started off as Project Zephyr, and he settled on Battlebrick Road, but Operation Dick Punch was a close second. Yeah. And this is just great right here. So Lazy says, just finished reading the Blood Hunter story. Holy crap, that was amazing. Lepresti is king. I think you made his night with that. That was really terrific. Thank you for that super chat. Thank you for all of these super chats. You guys are the best. Go over there and join Shane Davis on Post Kanks. I was going to stay up with you and watch some 1980s Christmas commercials, things like that, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just let Shane Davis have the night here. Give him the audience. Hopefully you guys will go over there and join him, and it'll be a nice little stampede for this guy. We like Shane Davis. He's good. All right. Happy Thanksgiving. I'll be back tomorrow though. I'll be doing live streams all this week. So Don't you worry. You'll get sick of me soon enough if you haven't already. Thanks, everyone. See you again tomorrow with another video.